turn my microphone off. How's it going? I said I was going to stream more today, but that was a lie. That was a bold-faced lie, because Baldor agreed to play 10th edition with me. So I made this beautiful 10th edition board based on the live streams. I kind of mocked it together in 5 minutes, and we're going to play some games. It's going to be sweet. Here's my army. I also made up a bunch of points values. I basically took the current points values and I upcharged everything that got more abilities, and I downcharged everything that lost some abilities. And I don't know. Hopefully it's close. We'll see. 2 Storm Ravens. Hell yeah.
No.
Hell yeah. And
There we go.
Desolators, no. Don't desolate me. And Ironclad Dreadnoughts, fuck yeah.
I was going to take Redemptors, and then I had a realization, which is that they can't disembark.
Oh yeah,
They're too big.
they just live inside the transport forever.
They're just in the transport forever until it blows up.
I love it. Hey, I mean, if you're playing Tyranids, like you can keep that trick in your back pocket because it ends the game if you try to deep strike a Tyrannocyte. Because you both are required to disembark and are unable to disembark at the same time, so the game just ends.
Right.
Miss Moore, you just got into
These all
40k
just
this week.
called-
Well, welcome to the community. I hope you're having a
These
good
all
time.
just called custom model. Oh god.
Which one?
I discovered a small problem, which these are all just called custom model.
What are?
If I leave this game, I can rejoin it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna come back in a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna get cards for my units.
Oh, sure. I am gonna look at the thing. Should bring nested Tyrannocytes. Well, they don't even nest. The game just evaporates if you just deep strike with them. They're so broken. I don't know how they're broken every time. Every time they release the Tyrannocyte again, they keep breaking the same fucking rule. It's so stupid. They're so dumb. It would have been fine if they had not forgotten that they put
Yes.
Screamer Killers into the game on a 100 beta base.
Yes.
My videos have been the majority. That's awesome. I hope that they've been informative. That is my sincerest hope for you. And I hope they've been interesting too.
Yes.
I may just select my secondary objectives in that case.
Closer.
There was like a really simple primary mission I think they played on stream. I'm gonna try to find it.
I'm definitely just gonna do fixed secondaries. I don't
Yeah,
want
me
to
too.
deal with drawing randomly.
Me too.
What are the fixed secondaries? Are they in this? Are they in my hand?
So I think they're in this deck, but they're not all there. So we're kind of
Because
winging
these
it.
in my hand.
We're kind of winging it. I might just pick them from the screen caps, honestly,
Okay.
because there's like 2 secondaries in the deck right now. Let's see. What do we got? Engage in all fronts. Secure no man's land. That one's tactical. You can't take that one. Cleanse. You can cleanse objective markers. You get 2 VP if you cleanse 1, 4 if you cleanse 2 or more. Okay, I'll do that.
Are they the same for defender and attacker?
Yeah, they're just different colors for whatever reason.
Engage in all fronts. How can you tell if it's tactical or not?
Everything is tactical if it has the little like rhombus in the bottom left corner of the card, then it can be selected as fixed. The random damage characteristics, you determine the characteristic and then modify it.
So I'm guessing we're going to decide that minimum of 1 when you reduce,
Of course.
so that my Storm Ravens aren't just immortal.
Yeah. Also, my Tyranids. Whatever. I do like D6 plus 1 damage. It's fine.
Yeah, but you don't have 2 units in your army that can heal though.
That's true. That's true. 2 Primaris Tech Marines. Very nice. All right. Should we like roll to deploy first? I guess.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be in charge because I don't. You're more familiar than me.
Am I?
I rolled a 4.
All right.
We both have 4 deploys, right?
Yeah, I have 1 though. Just 1. There's a Leo Lictor. I'm gonna reserve the Trigon, and then I guess we also attach.
Oh yeah, so reserves and transports and attach characters before we start deploying.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not worried about your shooting because you're playing Tyranids.
Good. Don't worry about my shooting.
Don't
worry about anything. And I guess you have to determine if you're hovering your Storm Ravens or
yeah, so I'm gonna hover my aircraft and set them on the board.
Ooh, spicy meatballs. I'll start everything.
Hellblasters are going in this guy, the Impulsor will be transport 3. The Storm Ravens will be transports 1 and 2. And the first one will put 4 aggressors.
Do they have hurricanes and everything?
Yeah.
Love it. Hurricanes seem great.
And the second one we will put
Let's
go. 2 Tech Marines, each with 4 servitors attached.
Yeah, the -1 damage
servitors with a Tech Marine attached.
Because it makes sense if you introduce -1 damage as like a core mechanic, but then you.
Oh yeah.
But then you like explain it in the rulebook, then it's fine, right? But if you just like you introduce it and then don't explain it, it's like what the fuck? Why wouldn't you just write the whole rule out then?
Ironclad Dreadnoughts are attached there. Captain and Apothecary are attached there. Oh wait, the captain can't attach to that.
To the Desolators. Oh really? Oh, that's weird. Huh. But the Apothecary can? Huh. That's weird.
What was I gonna bring instead?
Was he supposed to go with the Hellblasters?
No.
That's so random.
I was gonna attach a second thing to the Desolators, and then I totally forgot.
Was there
sure.
anything you can attach to the Desolators in addition to an Apothecary?
No.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's what we'll do. We'll just get rid of a Hellblaster. We'll give we'll put in the captain in here.
Sure.
And we'll give the captain the better melee once per game enhancement or something.
It's better melee all the time, and then he has this once per game as a built-in effect, right?
Oh, okay, sure. We'll give him the better melee all the time enhancement.
Sweet. Yeah, I think it's +1 strength and attacks, and then +2 if you're in Assault Doctrine, if I remember correctly.
Sure.
Alright. I'm attaching Old One-Eye to the Carnifexes and the Tyrants to the Tyrant Guard.
And Talion goes with the Scouts.
Big surprise. Kel Surprise. And then...
Actually, maybe what I should do... Does the Phobos Captain still give the free strat?
I believe so. And he lets you redeploy the Scouts.
Yeah, maybe I'll take him instead.
But I don't know if he can attach to anybody. Right?
Well, that's fine. I just want them with the free strat, really.
What? Does it matter if he's not attached?
Oh, that's true.
Because you can only write to battle your own unit, right?
You can only write to battle your own unit, so it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah. If he's like all by himself,
well,
it's just like,
never mind.
I'll Overwatch with my Bolter, I guess, for free.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. But, you know, clear expertise here. Yeah, that's fine. We'll make the captain better at melee, and we'll put him in the Hellbusters.
Cool. And then you're deploying first.
No, I'm. Oh, because I have 4 deploys, right? And you have 4 deploys. Do I want to screen out your Lictor? Do I want your Lictor to not screen out my Lictor?
So just to make things easy, I think the walls of the ruins, you just count. It's like true line of sight blocking. I don't know how tall they're supposed to be.
So clearly what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these scouts and we're just gonna like put them right up here on the top of this thing, right?
And then you'll get plunging fire.
We'll carefully balance them in this precarious building.
Just close the lobby. Go offline. Wholly removing 1 damage weapon sounds counterproductive. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I don't know. This edition's full of like mistakes that Games Workshop constantly makes. And that's one of them.
So I put them over here. They can't shoot anything over there. On the other hand, I mean, the problem is we could just get turn 1 charged by whatever.
I like their, and then he'll just kill Talion and get a command point. Yeah, let's go.
I mean, there's nothing I can do about it though.
I don't have the redeploy thing, so if my lictor just deploys out in the middle of nowhere, then I'll just kill him. Although he is a lone operative, so maybe you won't kill him.
The buildings block line of sight. Buildings are effectively obscuring.
Yeah, and then I think we just treat the walls as true line of sight blocking, just for ease of use for right now.
Oh, okay, sure. Like so we're ignoring the windows. Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like if you get around the back, obviously you can see in, but just ignore the windows and the weird gaps and all the garbage.
And I just need 1. How is it? Cover is like if one of your models can't see all of my models.
It's just that if you assign, if you assign the save to a model, if I don't have like good line of sight to it, then you get +1 save.
Right, but you have to draw. The thing is, you have to draw line of sight from all of your models, not just one of your models. I guess what we do is we go like here, because you can't see. Oh no, you can see into the building.
Well, not if you're behind this wall, though.
Oh, right, because it's true line of sight blocking. Yeah. Right. Oh, and we can do the thing where we make it so that you can't charge through the wall.
Right.
So I guess that's what.
Cool. I love that for you. I'm gonna put these Venom Thropes in this little corner, I think.
I don't actually have all that much to deploy.
Yeah, you are like mostly transports, right? I'll just be back here with these guys. Here we go.
I'm just gonna go ahead and slap some.
I don't believe Talion has an invuln. Dude just keels over if he gets attacked.
His card. Oh, did I? I did pull his card. He does not have an invuln.
Yeah, and he's just like 4. Oh, he's 3 wounds. I guess he's old crotchety man.
I'm just gonna go ahead and deploy.
His gun is so badass though. AP2 3 damage. Okay, calm down. If Talion shoots at an opposing Talion, he just kills him.
But he needs line of sight, right? Because precision.
But he needs line of sight.
I guess I want to threaten like both objectives. Oh, and planes can get cover, so I guess I want to be behind this wall a little bit. Oh, but they have to fly. Oh, that thing's not very high though. What is this thing? Is this square supposed to be here?
Yeah, those are. They had them in the stream. I think they were extended the ruin, but they were only like a little bit tall. They weren't like a. They were just like a pile of rubble, basically. That was like a
Can you
kind
sit
of.
Could you sit on them or no?
Yeah. It was like a. I don't know. This could look like kind of just like a pile of ruin or something. So I think they like extend the true line of sight blocking or the obscuring element, but they're not like true line of sight blocking. That's the idea.
Really, we just honestly I guess it really because cover is true line of sight. I just need like an infinitesimal point of my thing behind this
Yeah,
ruin.
I mean, literally, yeah, all that needs to happen is that you have to be behind this thing, right? And then, like, as long as your base is there.
Oh, that's also a good point.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just always have cover, basically, and it's like we're right out in the open.
Yeah.
How protective am I of these Tyrannifexes? I think this Tyrannifex just goes out in the open over here. Just not worried about it. I'm not even sure that these Venom Throps are worth it, like, looking at it. Because, like, I think you just have cover so often that having a unit that gives you cover feels kind of superfluous.
And then we just set this thing on home objective and we're done.
The Storm Ravens are OC0, right?
Yeah, even when they hover.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that they like mechanically can't hold objectives, they just don't have an OC value that allows them to.
Yeah, they unless you could somehow unless there's a strat actually wait, does the Dark Angels one? No, it means Battle Shock reduces you to 1. Right. So yeah, I think there's.
Does it mean that they add OC value when they get Battle Shock? Their OC value becomes 1?
Yeah, I guess it probably depends on how it's worded. I wouldn't put it past GW.
Yeah, it does sound amazing.
Alright, I'll word the apothecary.
You have Hellblast there? I guess I'm worried about being shot by Desolators.
Alright, I'm deployed.
I'm just gonna put this guy.
I think what happened was I was like, oh, only apothecaries, librarians, and ancients can go into the Desolators. Okay, apothecary makes the most sense. And then I was like, oh, you can attach a captain with an apothecary. I'll get a captain. And then I was like,
if I put this guy here, you can't shoot him with Desolators, right? Because they could go like there, and then they could shoot like. I guess I have to be a little bit farther over, like that.
Farthest I could go is.
Oh, maybe I'd need to be in like this corner probably.
6.
Is that worth it?
And the range is. Oh, actually, I'll look at that range. Where's the card? Range is still 48.
I'm just gonna go behind this wall. It's not like I don't have things to shoot at. If
They could shoot. They could go like that.
Yeah, so I'll just be like in this little corner where they can't see me. Carnifexes. We'll just go behind this thing so they don't get Eradicator on turn 1. I think we put Old One Eye in the front.
Let's see.
These guys will go behind.
I'm just gonna update my wound counts. Tellion lost the wound. Probably because he's cheaper. Although he's pretty cheap to begin with, but who knows. Storm Ravens are at 14. That's the same. Impulsors start this 11. That's the same. Captain starts at 5.
If I just like put this Hive Tyrant, this Wormlord out here, his bodyguards can go through walls, but he can't, so he just like stays out and then they hide. It's kind of funny.
He starts at 4.
Garglers will just sort of
Ironclads are on 8. Tech Marines on 4.
put the gargoyle.
20 up, Prime. Primaris just got worse because they equalized Primaris and non-Primaris. Turns out that whole Primaris are better thing was just a ploy.
A clever ploy. What do we do with this lictor? Do we put it like here? I'd have to go all the way around to get your guys though. And then you can come shoot me with a Storm Raven. I guess if your Storm Raven wants to like come really close to me, then that's probably fine. Maybe we go here. Where would you be able to shoot me? There?
What do scouts even do? They shoot and scoot?
Go here. I think they just have lone operative, right? Like the whole unit.
They just have one operative?
Yeah. Which is like pretty good, turns out. Wish I had guys with guns lone operative. That seems alright. 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 You're up. Or I guess I'm done also. Roll to go first. Oop. Oop.
2.
Oop. 6. Well, I guess I go first. Quick start. Everybody gets things.
Yep.
My first ever 10th edition command phase. I checked my battle shocks. No one's below half starting strength, so let's go. And then we're off to the races.
Oh, I should label these Storm Ravens.
I don't think I like survive on this objective very much, so I think I'm just gonna run my dudes over here. Put a unit over here.
This will be number 1. This will be number 2.
I actually don't even think I put too many guys in the objective, honestly. Because the Storm Ravens move 20, and they just like come over here and shoot me a billion
This
times.
guy has Bolter. It's
So I'm gonna put a bunch of these dudes in cover in case you shoot me with something. Okay. I don't think I have any other stuff. Oh, I get an additional command point because I have Stormlord. Let's go. This Carnifex, or this Tyranids, I think just runs into the middle. How far do they move? They move 9. Can I cleanse the middle with the Tyranids? Yeah. I don't think that matters though, right? Because my cleanse only scores me 2 times. Or yeah, cleanse. Yeah, 2 or more only scores me 4, so I'm already gonna cleanse 2. I might as well go to the middle, right? Make you fight me. The Venom Thrips will advance. Go into this corner. They'll go like here, I guess. What did I roll? 5? I hope they move 8. Just assuming. Oh, they move 6! What the fuck? That's what I get for assuming. Makes an ass out of you and me. So we move 11. So the guy in the back... Oh, I can move through my own guys now, though.
That's true.
I don't care about the order of operations. Amazing.
Doesn't make life easier.
That's so good. Look at you, Swarmy. You could just walk through them. What a guy. What an absolute Chad. He just wants to be like here so that the Desolators don't like shoot his whole unit and kill everyone. Can I do this? Oh my god, this is gonna be a fucking nightmare. Not quite. I have to have a Tyrant Guard up here. Alright, that's fine. This dude is gonna move 3. We'll just go like this, I guess, and he can just shoot at a Storm Raven. This Tyrant, I guess, will also shoot this Tyrant. What's the toughness in the Storm Ravens?
210, I think.
That's too strong. Do I even care about shooting at you with these Venom Cannons? I can't do any damage to you.
So they're T10, -1 damage, 3-up save with cover.
So it's like basically not worth shooting at you. God, this faction sucks. Who designed this? So bad. So bad. I'll just put them in the building. Yeah, because I have 3 D3 Venom Cannons, but they wound on 5s and you save on 4s, and then you take 2 damage each. This is not good.
Yeah.
It's not a good profile. Alright, we're not going to worry about my positioning too hard. You have no deep strikes, right? It's all just in transports.
No, just all in transports.
So I'm just going to hang out. Because I have really easy access to that middle objective. And Old One Eye is going to... You can move 6. I guess if you... Well, what's the profile on the Desolators? Their big gun, their strength 10, AP 2, D6 plus 1.
Their big gun, strength 10, AP 2, D6 plus 1. Yep.
Yeah, I actually think you kind of don't want to shoot the Carnifexes with them. So I think they'll just, well, we might as well just use our movement and use our guns if we have them. If that's the case, then I may actually shoot you with my Hive Tyrant.
You never know. Just roll 6s.
Carnifexes are move 8. Just roll 6s. So I'll just put my Hive Tyrant over here. And he's got guard unit number 1. Oh, all the Tyrant Guard got under the same name. Oops. This should be unit 1. So Swarmlord has unit 2, and this guy will have unit 1. And then we'll just do this and interspace them. And then the Carnifexes... Oh, can't go through the wall. They can go through the models, but not the wall.
And they can't go through Swarmlord, because he's the monster.
Oh, yeah, because they're both monsters at that point.
Yeah.
So
they can go through infantry.
Yeah, I don't think he can. I think it's too difficult for him to get a shot on anyone, so we'll just not worry about it. We'll just come over here. Oh, I have to go around. Maybe I only get 2. I think I'd only get 1, actually. Phantom Service, why are you so slow? That's lame. Alright, we'll just chill. I'm not gonna kill myself for it. I'll just take the one shot with the Tyrannifex at you. He hits on 3s because he had to move. Or yeah, Tyrannifex. And is strength 18 and AP 4. So 2 shots on 3s. Okay, and then on 2s, I guess? Or on 3s. 2 wounds, AP 4. On this Draven. Oh, you could die.
How much damage do these do?
2 D6. Here he is. This is 2,000 points, chat. Well, theoretically. Who knows?
Statistically, you don't kill me. Could spend a CP to get a 5-up save, although I should have done that before you shot, technically, although you rolled it too quickly.
What gives him a 5-up?
Doesn't Armor of Contempt do that?
Oh, yeah, you could do that. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, if it saves me 1 round going through this guy, it's worth it.
Yep.
So
you'd be on a 5-up save.
Yeah.
Seems good. Oh, I didn't choose my faction ability. I guess it would be lethal hits. Sure. Lethal against vehicles.
So 5-ups. Nope.
Alright.
Roll damage.
Here we go. Do I accidentally blow up a Storm Raven? 5.
So down to 4.
Yeah, I guess it's unlikely I kill you, so I'll just not like waste CP and something. Plus 6, so 10 total.
Yep, 7 down to 4 wins.
All right, didn't really do anything. All right, You are up. I guess maybe I
I'm
can.
-1. I'm -1 to hit now, though.
Until you fix him immediately, and then.
That's true.
Oh, your submarines are embarked though. Just kidding.
True.
So it will matter for one turn. All right, I'll pass the turn.
So,
and I'll score cleanse for 4. Yeah.
Start. So fire Overwatch is start or end your movement?
Correct.
But not disembark. Or I guess does disembark count for fire Overwatch?
Yeah, it also counts set up on the battlefield, so yes.
Okay.
But I only shoot 18 inches, so I guess that you couldn't disembark. If you're disembark 0.5 away from your maximum distance, then you're fine.
So we may have to just go the other direction with this guy.
Mick Huge, thank you for the follow. That's a Mick Huge deal. Maybe I should have just gone all in on these venom cannons shooting at you, but the line of sight stuff. I didn't think about it on the first turn. I guess oh no, I don't think I had any strats I could have used there for freezies.
Yeah, I don't think I'm worried about this charge. So these guys can just move on to this. Oh no, but they can't see if they're there. Well, but we just need to toe on it.
Well, you have to be wholly on it, right? Oh, on the objective. To do your just to grab it.
Just to control it. But objectives still work that way, right?
Yeah. As long as your combined OC value within 3 inches of it is higher than mine, then you have it.
Okay.
You've got it. Where are my strategy points? They're up here.
I don't think you're going to get within
Tyranids that are within synapse range. I guess I can, because I get a free stratagem every turn. I guess what I do is I give the Tyrannifex exploding 6s against infantry until the end of the end of battle round.
I guess what we do is we just give up on this. Give up on this particular Storm Raven, maybe, because he's gonna die.
That's bizarre.
There's no way I can save him.
Good job. Thanks, Hive Tyrant. Let's go. So if he overwatches you and hits you with his Stinger salvo, it'll explode against.
Oh, but I can overhang the edge with my wings now, right?
I think so. Because I think it still checks your base for whether or not you're within the terrain for visibility. Actually, you might not be able to because you can see into terrain. I don't know.
No. I mean the edge of the battlefield.
Oh yeah, of course. I thought you were talking about.
It's just the base that I have to be.
Yeah,
so I can
which
go
is like such a quality of life change. Holy shit. Why, hello there. Are you gonna disembark the boys?
I just wanna land outside of.
Yeah, I could assume that I can't see you in here anyway, right? Because theoretically these would be tall. I don't know. Maybe.
Who knows? Yeah, and then we'll just disembark our aggressors.
You can hold any dreadnought, but at the current time, if you embark a Redemptor dreadnought into a Storm Raven, it can never disembark. So, I don't know. It just lives there forever. Well, gargoyles, it's time to die. Sorry, guys. You're about to be aggressed. Flamey boy aggressors. That's wild. So I believe that If I run at you with my Carnifexes and you overwatch me, you just double my movement. Oh no, it's selected to shoot, so I actually don't think that's how that works. Just kidding. That's good that they used that wording then.
Not sure. How does cover work in ruins again? If I have to be wholly within the ruin for infantry to get cover, right?
For anything, yeah. But
For
anything can get
yeah.
it. So you could put the Ironclad wholly within, and then it gets cover.
Right, but if it's partially within, not only does it not get cover, but it doesn't.
It can't see through. Yeah, it just gets fucked.
So if you can't be wholly within a ruin,
Yeah,
you shouldn't
just
be
don't do
within
it.
it at all.
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Don't even try.
All right, so we'll do that.
Would it
and
not
then
disembark
over
when it dies?
here-
Yeah, I think it... I don't know what happens then. I think it just remains disembarked while the Storm Raven's dead.
Yeah, I don't know.
The new rule
it goes
is
into
that,
the ether, right?
Yeah, the new rule is that if you don't have space to set up a unit when it disembarks, the unit can't disembark. So it just flies away into the sunset. Ah, you've skillfully blocked my charge and your scouts. Yeah, that's why it can't disembark, chat. That's it. That's what's up.
Quick, everybody get out.
I kind of like this, like, Hive Tyrant just chilling here. Just, like, representing reactive stratagems really hard. It's kind of sweet. Hive Tyrants seem great. Hope we get a GT packet before the Invitational? Yeah, I think we will. I think we'll get a GT packet end of the month. I think we'll give it like a little bit on the Invitational, just like for things to percolate. We're not gonna like lock in Invitational lists immediately after the season ends or something. We're gonna give it like a week or two.
Well, let's make these guys different colors so that I know who goes with what.
Are they 4 wounds or 5?
They're 4 wounds now.
I love their ability when vehicles die, they just like freak out. They get super strong in melee.
They get mad. Yeah. You killed my baby.
It's so perfect. Are they attached to the servitors?
Yeah. What's the range that they're supposed to be?
Well, they're just part of the unit, right? So they have to be within coherency. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to muck with this a little bit. Also, there's supposed to be 2 heavy bolter models and 2 non-heavy bolter models, but it may have mucked things up a bit.
Looks correct.
Yeah.
Right? Bolter, not bolter. Oh.
No, it has 3 in this squad.
Whatever, that's fine. The 2 in the front are the bolters, or whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Not the flying Hive Tyrant though, Chad. That guy got that poor man. I hope he's like 140 points or something stupid, where you just like.
Whatever. We'll just put these guys over here. These guys will just hang out behind. Yeah. I guess we'll put the claw guys in front. Oh, I guess when do you choose those moments? Your command phase, right?
Sure.
Actually, I can look. I've got the thing open.
Audible.
Command phase. Yeah. So I'm going to Oath of Moment this Tyranids.
Rude.
Because it's the only thing that I'm super worried about. And then
Ivory Leech, thanks for the how's it going? Nice to see you. I know it is kind of sad that we only have data sheets for like 4 factions basically.
How far does this thing move? 12?
Yeah.
Five and a half. Let's make sure. I don't know what the range of this thing is. I'm gonna assume it's 6. If it's
think it's
3,
3.
it's too far away. Oh, it's too far away.
It's 3 in command phase, right?
Well,
Yeah,
next
in your
time.
command phase.
Do you want to overwatch my repulsor? Because you definitely could.
You're definitely not
Or
going to get within
impulsor.
18 with the Desolators because there's no reason for you to do that, right? So this is probably the best
Yeah.
Overwatch that I'll have. I might as well.
Yes.
Maybe I kill you on hazardous rolls. That'd be funny. I'll do it for free with the Hive Tyrant.
Yep.
And I get D6 plus 6, I believe. I do. Whoosh. Whoosh. So I get 8. And I win a 5s. 2 wounds. AP 2.
I almost certainly have cover. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So.
On
Saving on
force?
force.
Yeah, 2 damage each. And then my tiny stinger. 8 shots. On 6s. But 6 is auto wound. 1 wound. That you save on a 2. Oh, sad. Alright. Thanks, Hive Tyrant. You're the best.
Alright. Well, let's shoot this with a...
I think you can do it. I don't know. Overwatch is weird because Overwatch says you can only Overwatch once per phase. So I think that overrides like the ability of Rites of Battle and stuff to do it multiple times. I don't believe that there's any way you can Overwatch multiple times.
Alright, so we're gonna shoot all the scouts into the turn effects.
No.
Talion, I think they're all in range. Should be. Yeah. Talion does something. Gives them +1 to hit. And they either get lethal hits, precision, or sustained hits.
So I get cover from this thing. Because this guy's kind of behind it.
Probably, yeah.
Cool.
Basically, I think we could just assume that everything that's
unless it's
not
like
standing immediately in front of something always gets cover.
What a rule. I guess I also could have done like that, and then I probably just have it.
So they already have. They have heavy. They have precision. So we're going to be hitting on 2s. His rifle will also be hitting on 2s. Lethal hits has got to be the best, right? Yeah, for sure. All right, so 5 regular sniper shots, and then Tellion's rifle shoots twice, I think.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Tellion's rifle shoots twice, and it's 3 damage. The other ones are 2, and all of this is hitting on 2s, and the 6s to hit auto wound, and we're fully rolling hits and wounds.
Against which one? This one or this one?
The one in the back, the one
okay.
that.
I got. Sorry, I thought
That's
it was
the one I'm fully rolling. Yeah.
All good.
I'm more scared about the rupture cannon.
Yeah, it's fair.
Honestly, I'm gonna fix fish for 6s. Gotta reroll everything. Okay, so these miss.
What do the 6s do for them?
They've got lethal hits.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
From Talion gives them an ability, so.
Oh yeah, you pick one. Yep, cool.
And then roll these to wound.
T12, so probably 6s.
Yeah, and then reroll.
All right. This is all AP2.
All AP2. The reds are 3 damage. The blues are 2 damage.
Yeah. So save it on 3s. So I'll take 3 down to 2 because I reduced damage by 1. So I'm at, how many wounds do I have? 14. Oh, 16. So he should be down to 14. I didn't
Okay.
set their rules right. Their
Oh.
wounds right.
These guys have more than one thing they could shoot at. All right, so let's see. Venom Thropes are T5.
Yeah. And I guess I'll put in they grant stealth and cover, so the whole unit will have cover and they're -1 to be hit. Just them and the gargoyles are the only thing benefiting from stealth right now, though. I don't think the Tyrant Guard get it because they have a monster in their unit. Yeah, it's a monster unit, so they wouldn't get it. The Tyrant Guards.
So this Storm Raven over here is just going to put everything, probably everything in the Tyrant effects. I'm thinking if I want to... Actually, you know what? Why am I reading this if I have a button to make these bigger?
You can also just like attach them to your screen, right? If you put them in your little...
That might be slightly too big.
Should we just like plaster the the green felt table, the cards, just make it our background.
Actually, there we go. That's better. Now I can actually read them. It's like, why am I making this so hard on myself?
This is gonna be nice in person when you're just like.
It will be great in person.
Oh, look at my.
So we've got plasma cannons, we've got hurricane bolters. Plasma cannons, hurricane bolters, and heavy bolters. Yes. Plasma cannons, hurricane bolters, heavy bolters, and storm strike missile launchers. And your T, would you say your toughness was?
12.
12. Storm strike missile launchers are strength 10. Plasma cannons are strength 8. Will overcharge. Oh, look at all these twin link things that don't do anything.
Right? The Storm River gets everything forever.
I'm gonna put the heavy bolters and the hurricane bolter into the into the venom thropes, I guess.
Sure.
For lack of a better target. And then I'm gonna put everything else into the terrain effects.
Okay. I will spend a command point to rapid regenerate him, I believe, because that's what you're shooting at. So I get a 6-up damage ignore, or 6-up feel no pain. It would be a 5-up, but I didn't put him in synapse because I didn't think it would matter. But it sure does!
Alright, so Storm Strike missile... Actually, can we roll these at the same time? No, not really. We'll just roll one at a time. Storm Strike missiles, 3s rerolling, both hits, 5s rerolling.
Oh!
Both wounds.
What's the AP?
AP minus 2.
3. You okay?
Oh, it says on a 3 because he's a 2-up save. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like sort of kind of dumb tanky, honestly.
Plasma cannons. Four shots.
I wonder if just like Tyran affects the list is the way to go.
I have a feeling for both you and me that like these giant monsters and vehicles are going to go up in points a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, these guys. I feel like a 270.
Also, holy shit, we're having a thunderstorm where I am, and it's incredibly loud.
Where you are?
Yeah.
Are you in Somerville?
Yeah.
It's like bright and sunny outside. We're annoying.
Yeah, we're having a thunderstorm here.
Oh, well, maybe I'll experience that in about 10 minutes.
And then wounding on 5s.
I could use a thunderstorm today. It feels like a thunderstormy kind of day.
Rerolling.
Should replace the picture of the units in the data sheet with a bunch of black and white photos.
Nope.
Just like scratching my chin.
Okay. Heavy bolter.
This is into the venom thropes. So they are -1 to be hit.
So hitting on 4s.
Do you get rerolls against them?
Oh, you're right. Sorry, my bad.
Didn't matter. But,
and then wounding on... Nope.
But they're twin linked, right?
Oh, you're right. They do get those rerolls.
Yeah. the problem with Space Marines is going to be remembering which rerolls you get.
2 wounds.
AP1, right?
AP1,
so
yeah,
I will
2
save
damage.
on 4s. So I take 2. I'll just be on.
And then the Hurricane Bolter.
Down to 1.
Oh, there's 2.
And you have 2, right? So it'd be 12 shots because you're not in rapid fire range, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And then 4s and then 5s, but re-rolling for the wounds.
Yep.
Save on 3s and cover. They're okay. Let's go. Did you do plasmas?
I did. Oh, what is the hazardous roll? You roll a d6?
Yeah, you just roll 1 at the end, and if you roll 1, you take 3 mortals. No, you're good.
Oh.
It's 1 for each hazardous weapon, so if you do the Hellblasters, you roll 5.
Yeah. His plasma's twin linked, so it's only 1.
A subtle benefit of the twin linked weapon.
Oh, this guy can't actually see you, can he?
Which guy?
This guy, because of the obscuring terrain?
Can't see the...
Can't see anything, really.
Well, you can see the gargoyles. You can see the carnifexes.
Yeah.
But
I guess he'll just
You don't want to shoot the carnifexes, though, because then they'll move.
What direction do they move? Any direction?
Directly towards you. Rah!
I mean, I think I'm okay with that, honestly.
Alright. You also have to wound them, so if you just flub, then it doesn't matter. And they are a 1-up save. I kind of like this thing. I'm just gonna put my cards next to my units. Here you go.
Yeah. This guy's just gonna put all of his shots into the carnifexes. What toughness are they? T9.
And they'll have cover because of the venom thropes.
Yeah, that's.
You can do ignore cover for CB, right? I guess it's if you care about this damaged Storm Ripper gunship that much. Oh, there's a peel. It begins the Great Thundering.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. I don't care. I don't know what I'm doing. We're just winging it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll just do the big ones on 4s. And these are strength 10. So
I might try one more after this, if we want to play. Or if there's somebody
1 wound, AP -2.
1 wound. This is from the which gun?
3 damage missile.
Oh, sure. He's okay. That'll just be on the Carnifex in the back here.
I guess I won't overcharge with my plasma. So you actually have to commit something to kill me. So
the plasma can't kill you, to be fair. I guess, but it means that I have to. I don't.
Yeah, but it makes it trivial.
Yeah. Just a random laser beam.
I only got 6 shots.
Ayo.
Maybe I should have overcharged. 4s. Maybe not. And then 5s. Oh, actually, he should be hitting on 5s. Because he's
So-
-1 and then he's -1 again.
Is there plasma
He's bracket.
D3 or 2 D3 shots?
It is 2d3.
Is it? Because
Oh.
it's twin linked, right? So I think it's D3, but you get rerolls.
You're correct. Whatever, I'll just
But
start.
you rolled 2 3s, so you just shoot 3 times.
Ah, sure.
Yeah.
But we're also hitting on 5s with this guy. Because he's
Uh,
-1 from being bracketed and then -1 from your stealth.
No, I don't.
Oh,
have
I guess
stealth.
that doesn't stack.
I don't have stealth. Yeah. Also, yeah, only the venom threats have stealth. The carnifexes don't get it. And then 5
Okay,
reroll.
I feels. Oh, right. No. Heavy bolters is only 3 shots because it's twin links. 4s, and then 5s rerolling. 1, if you won.
Yeah. It's okay.
And then Hurricane Bolter. Six. Only 1.
1 Hurricane-o. It's okay.
Alright.
Well, I guess I don't get to move. I'm too tanky.
The aggressors are definitely the way to go, right? And they get extra AP when they're shooting at something that they're
Yeah, close it's eligible, right?
closest eligible. Yeah. Oh, they also ignore cover. Yeah, that's definitely the way to go. Alright, so these aggressors will just shoot at these gargoyles. So it's 46 plus 4, auto hitting, ignoring cover.
Yeah, it feels kind of like sort of ludicrously less killy, chat. I'm watching like 500 points of aircraft shoot at my army and not take any damage.
Only 10.
No CP?
No, it's fine. And then on 3s, rerolling.
And you ignore cover, right? Because you're a flamer.
I ignore cover and I'm +1 AP,
Okay, so
so
they just die.
I'm.
Goodbye.
Correct.
I must go. My planet needs me. Now, does that? Are you gonna score the secondary? Does it score on the first battle round or the first turn? First battle round. Okay, so you don't get it this turn. Next turn you can though.
This ironclad doesn't have anything really to shoot at now. And it's just this impulsor. All his guys inside I'll shoot at. That guy they'll overcharge. I guess the captain can shoot first.
Well, they all shoot at the same time, right? I guess like you shoot.
Oh.
But the impulsor shoots their weapons. For
I guess
them.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just resolve. I guess we'll resolve the impulsor, then the captain, then the hellblasters. So the impulsor has Iron Hail, Beast Lover, Iron Hail, Sky Talon, and two Storm Bolter. Okay. 36-24.
Yeah, we're doing
Are
the
we within
hellblasters
12?
out of the impulsor chat for sure.
No.
For sure.
Are we within 36?
I think that I don't know.
Yes.
Were we to play this first round
So we
out
get
over
6
again,
shots
I think,
from the Iron
this would be a little
Hail
bit scarier, because I think
because
he left
of
his tech marines in the transports, but they don't
rapid
do anything when
fire.
they're in
It's
transports.
36-inch
Which I'm
range.
not sure Valdor entirely understood.
We get 8 shots that are sustained hits. And then we get 4 more shots that are just regular. Oh no, wait, that's not true. We have frag storms on here.
Dragon fixes don't have.
So we'll just resolve these
AP
first.
value.
The red ones are the same hits. So hitting on 3s, the reds 6s generate additional hits. Those miss. That generates an additional hit. And then wounding on 6s. 2 wounds, AP 0.
Mm-hmm. I'll take one. Match.
The grenade launchers, just D6 shots each, so it's not twin linked, it's just 2 of them. So 8. 3s and then 6s. 1 more.
Good.
And then the captain is
Fire
2s
smoke, how's
and
it going?
then 6s. Oh, is he a rapid fire? No, just always 3 shots.
Yeah, basically 9th edition points. I think Valdor used 9th edition points, and we guesstimated the
And
enhancements.
6s. Oh, he did wound.
I like
it is
upcharge
AP
some of the
minus
stuff that got
1,
extra
2 damage.
abilities. And then I assumed that this unit was 400.
On the Tyranids.
What's AP, sorry?
1.
I will take it.
Oh,
1
2
damage. 2, so I'll reduce
2,
to
it's
1.
the captain's. Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter. Correct. Alright, and now the Hellblasters.
The plasma.
Will I do more damage to my vehicle than I do to you? Probably.
I hope so.
Actually, there's no reason for me to overcharge, come to think of it.
Oh, yeah, because you're -1 anyway.
Because I'm -1 damage.
Right.
Yeah. Do you
So
have
I'd be on
cover
5.
versus me?
I don't think I have. Oh,
Probably.
I do because I have the Venom Tropes. I'm in the cover aura.
Oh, right. The stealth only affects infantry.
Right. Yeah.
So takes you from saving on 3s to saving on 4s. So it's an increase of...
Trying to wake up? Well, good morning. Welcome to
building on 1s.
the stream. I hope that you
2, so it's a 50%
had a
increase
good
in
night's sleep.
damage. Although it's not going to do very much. Because it's 3s and then 5s. How many shots do these things get? Where are they? Get 2 shots. No, I'm not going to overcharge. It's not going to do much anyways. We can multiple by 50%. That's what I get. And see if it would have been worth it. So it'll be 10 shots. Hitting on... I'm not going to overcharge. So hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. So 2 wounds. Yeah, I'm not worth it to overcharge. I'm going to 2.
2 wounds.
So only 2 AP.
So
Yep.
1 goes there. Take 1.
1 damage. Yeah.
Loop.
And then I would have taken...
Nothing. Oh no! I guess you also wouldn't have done extra damage, so.
I also wouldn't have done extra damage. So.
You just have the Desolators?
Yep.
Missiles.
Range to this guy. What's the range on there? No, I'm 36. Oh, actually, it used to be 36. It's still 36. It is still 36. We could kill your gargoyles. We could kill your Venomthropes. Wait, what's the closest gargoyle? Gargoyles aren't really in range. This guy's not bad. Yeah, sure, we'll put it into the Venomthropes. Get rid of that aura. So... Actually, maybe we'll put some of them into the gargoyles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many can reach this gargoyle on the ground? How many can reach the front gargoyle? Not counting the subjects. 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, so we'll put 4 of the little rockets into the gargoyles. I guess I must have had less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had 8, yeah, because I thought I was going to touch it. Yeah. So we'll put 4 little rockets into the gargoyles, 4 little rockets into the Venomthropes, and the big rocket into the Venomthropes.
Sure. -1 to hit me.
Yep. And we ignore the non-line of sight penalty. And what else did they get? It's not hitting. Okay. So we're just hitting on 4s. With sustained hits 1 from the enhancement. So here's the little ones into the gargoyles. You've got 10 mana, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Can't not.
40. So it's 43 plus 2, 4, 6, 8. 43 plus 8. That moves that. So 12 plus 8 is a total of 20.
Big ol' sneeze.
So here's into the gargoyles, hitting on 4s. With sustained hits 1. And then wounding on 3s. 11, ignoring cover. Yep.
They just do, right?
11 AP1, ignoring cover.
Oh, so I just die. Yeah, not really sure these little infantry are worth it. Kind of just go away.
And then the other half into the
Yeah, I'm hoping that the
other guys.
I assumed that gargoyles went up in points because they got like way more abilities, but like, oh boy, do they not
10
seem worth bringing
shots,
even
hitting
at
on
like
4s.
0 points? Because just any indirect fire kills the entire unit immediately.
Wounding on 5s.
Even like this for aggressors. Like
2 wounds.
46 shots.
1 damage, AP1, ignoring cover.
Take 1, so I lose this one guy.
And then the Venger launcher. Ooh, the big 6. Does the Venger have anything special that I'm not accounting for? Strength 7, AP -1. Oh, it does hit on 2s. Okay. So this would be hitting on 3s. So hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. Sustained hits 1. Extra hits, those miss. Wounding on 3s. So 3 wounds, AP1, ignoring cover, 2 damage.
Yeah, on the Venomthropes.
Yep.
AP1, so that kills another one. Yeah, this guy's wounded.
Okay. Oh, and I guess I have some
Yeah, I don't know, chat. It's kind of
heavy
feeling that way,
bolters that I
honestly.
could check with this guy. I could also just not bother. I mean, I'll roll them. Servitors go up to ballistic skill 3 with their heavy bolters. So the unit that can see gets 6 heavy bolter shots into your guy. 3 hits. No wounds. Alright, that's it for me. I don't know what I score.
I don't think.
How does this work? Primary,
anything
secondary,
yet.
secondary.
Yeah,
Uh,
I did my action.
how do these secondaries work? You control one or you control by your opponent? Nope. Nope. So I didn't get that one. I didn't get that.
Yeah, I think the real issue is
Okay,
ignore ignore cover indirect. All right. I don't know if this guy is like technically on it, but we should have this tyrant guard on this objective.
Sure.
I think it's like he's maybe 1 millimeter away, but so it would get done. So turn 2 primary.
Oh, you get an extra command point from Swarmlord, right?
Yeah, and so I get go up to 4 something. And then we're off. So let's add. I don't have any gargoyles anymore. I don't believe there's anything else I do in my command phase, so let's just move. This Venom Thrope is gonna go cleanse. Yeah, I don't know who does this objective. Maybe just Swarmlord does the objective back there because he's not really going anywhere. The Hive Tyrant can't fit through there, so we have to move the Carnifexes. And you could Overwatch me if you really, really wanted to. I guess what we do is actually like leave the one Venom Thrope there and then move the Carnifexes. So that if you shoot me, then I get cover. And we go like...
Then you're saving on 2s. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah. And this guy moves 8. Ugh. I guess we could do like this. And then the Tyrant Guard. This guy has to go. It's awkward having units that don't move the same way.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because you have monsters attached to infantry, don't you?
Yeah. And then this guy goes there. And then I guess you could Overwatch him, but whatever. There's nothing I can do about that.
I should do that. I almost certainly should. Does that Overwatch with the whole vehicle?
Yeah.
Sure.
Go for it.
Alright. Right. So I'll spend a CV to Overwatch there. It's never gonna get any better. And then you start to my detectives. How far are you away? Probably more than 12, but close to 18. So
Yeah, you can't move through the Carnifexes
that are
with the Tyrant,
having
unfortunately.
sustained hits.
That is kind of
And
getting me
then
right now. Yeah, the indirect is problematic, I think.
6 that are just
Especially
regular.
with Oza moment, because you could just be like, Oza moment, your infantry squad. Put indirect
4s
into
and
it.
then
It's
5s.
dead. And you're like, alright, cool.
Sustained.
Like, they just...
Oh no, 6s and then...
I think that
6s and then 5s.
the
and
intent
the
is that cover
different time.
makes your units tough
So it's just
enough
1?
to kill that, like, doesn't matter so much.
One
the
wound
fact
so
that they don't
far.
cover as well. This is from which?
This is the impulsor so far. This is a regular no AP.
Okay, he dies.
Okay.
Oh, that sucks. Rip. Yeah, I don't know what I do here. I think this. Well, the Swarmlord can go to the middle, I guess. So this dude. You move 8 or 9? 9. Okay. This dude will go here. Swarmy boy. We'll go 4 and 4, I guess, and go to the center. And then his Tyrant target. In the turret. Guess maybe we do that just because there's no reason to be partially in terrain. And then this terrain effects will go backwards and just peek around the edge so he can see probably the Storm Raven. And then these guys move to the Selectorial Chill, and we'll do a scan with the Swarmlord, and that's it.
Okay.
Shooting time. I will shoot. We just shoot everything at this gunship and try to kill it. Sure. Do I give this dude line of sight in case I flub it? I guess we can do that. Oh no, I couldn't be able to see it. There's no way. So we'll just shoot everything at this Storm Raven. The Hive Tyrant. 3 shots. Okay, good start. 5, 2 wound. No, fails. I'm just gonna. I give myself a free charge reroll, so I'm gonna keep that. Also, I rolled 3 dice, but I forgot that they rolled D3 shots now. So 4 shots with the Carnifex unit. Hitting on 4s, but rerolling everything. And wounding on 5s. 1 wound, AP2. Yeah, this is not a good weapon. Probably not taking these guns anymore. I should just take the sweet melee profiles of these guys.
So that's on a 5?
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh no, on a 4 because I have cover.
Yeah, but he rolled a 2. Yeah. But it's 3 damage down to 2, so you're fine.
Second down to 2.
The Terrain effects will shoot the Storm Raven.
Mm-hmm.
I almost wonder if he should just be doing the action. Actually, maybe he should. Because you just heal it. It doesn't matter if I shoot it. Yeah, I'm just going to do the action. Fuck it.
Alright. Sure.
Alright.
I mean, you can tuck yourself in further if you want to just do the action. I guess I could stay in station in the next turn if he wants to shoot, though.
Yeah, this is fine. This guy can shoot. What can he see? Literally an impulsor, so he'll shoot the impulsor. Whoosh. 10 shots on 5s. 3 wounds, AP2. That you certainly have cover against because you're back corner. 2 damage each. And then the little one.
So we're saving on 4s, right?
Yeah.
So I take 4 damage.
Yep. And then the little thing is 8 shots. And hits on 3s. And the 6 auto wounds, these wound on 6s or something. Maybe 5s. Are you T9?
I think it's T10, but I'm not certain. I am T9.
And I am strength 5, so I wound on 5s. 3 wounds. AP 0. Take that.
2 ups. Takes a wound. Down.
Yeah, HBCs do seem like a basically
oh, no, down to 2.
Wow, for sure. Maybe I can get you in melee. Let's go. That's all the shooting. Charges. I'm gonna charge this lictor at your aggressors. Okay. I guess. 6. Yeah, I guess if I go...
Heroic Intervention and Interrupt are both 2 CP, right?
Yeah.
I think I should charge that. Oh no, well, probably.
Well, you couldn't charge, right? Because you're not in assault transport.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
We'll try to charge you with the Carnifexes, but I need like a 10 because they're slow. Boop. Nope. And then we'll charge with the Tyrant Guard. Actually, I could CP that. I'll CP that because I have like basically free CP on the other one too. Oh, we did it! I'm so good at rolling dice. And importantly, none of us are within 10, so we don't have to go base to base.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about a lot of rolls because I'm still in 8 dead mode. Not dead mode, I mean.
So this guy will almost certainly not get to attack, which is sad. These Tyrant Guard will try to charge the aggressors. Need a 7. Nope, I also rolled a 10. Okay. Didn't need to use my special reroll. Oh, I can't go next to the dude guy. He can go 10 to make sure that he gets in, and then this guy can go over here. Okay. Well, we got lucky on our charges. Fighting. Oh, you want to intervene with the Dreadnought? It's up to you.
I don't have the CP.
Oh, you're right. Only one?
Yeah.
Cool. Fighting. I believe I can do cool stratagems. Let me look at my cool stratagems. I can get critical hits on 5s, which doesn't... Oh, it does do something, because I can attack your Ironclad. Huh. Alright. So... I'll give everyone critical 5-ups, I guess. And then I will do these guys. We have to go base to base.
If possible.
And I have to be
So
base to fight with the Tyrant. So I think we do this, this, and this. And then everyone can just swing at the Ironclad Dreadnought.
Sure.
I think I want these guys to have the Cleavers is the best profile. Which is not great in this case because we don't have it. The extra text would have been nice, but... your toughness 10 on that guy?
Toughness 10, 2-up save.
Okay, so we'll just swing at him and see what we do. The Hive Tyrant. Do you want to do any strats? He'll be AP 2, 3 damage, and the Tyrant Guard will be AP 1, 2 damage, twin linked.
What's the AP on the Carnifexes?
AP 3, D6 plus 1 damage. They have laser cannons, basically, for hands. I don't know why I'm pulling that up. I could just get their card.
I mean, we could almost certainly live if we gave ourselves +1 to save. Sure, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's give ourselves +1 to save and see what happens.
On the Ironclad?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. Here's the Hive Tyrant. He hits on 2s. I'll use my perfectly adapted roll here because I haven't used it yet. These... Oh, I gave myself the automatic wound thing, so those wound. And then these wound on 5s, but re-rolling because we're twin linked. So 5, AP2 reduces to AP1. Because of
So saving on 3s.
Yeah.
Okay. How much damage?
3 each.
He's dead.
Oh yeah, 2 plus 8. Alright, well, that was lucky. These guys don't get to do anything because they already swung. And then they have to base you. So we go here. And here. Nope. So he has to go there. And then this guy just sort of chills. The Carnifexes. We have to go to somewhere where Old One-Eye gets space. just do that, and then only 2 guys attack. That's okay. Old One Eye, go get him. He has 6 attacks. He hits on 3s. Okay, and then he is strength 100 million. I don't know where his card is. He's strength like 16. Anyway, here we go.
Yeah, at least 14, but definitely more than 12.
4. I'll just check his AP value. I think it's 3, but it could be 2 because like everything's 2. AP 3. Yeah, strength 14, AP 3.
Fails all of them.
It is D6 plus 1, so we have to roll. So the first one doesn't kill a guy, so the first 2 will kill a guy. The next one doesn't kill a guy, so we kill 2. I'll command point one of those. Alright. So the second one will kill a guy, and then the third one will also kill a guy. So we'll kill 3. And then his one friend has 4 attacks. Rerolling his hit rolls because he's got Old One Eye with him. Didn't matter. And then winning on 2s. 1 wound. AP 3, I think. AP 3.
Enough. 3 damage.
Unless
still?
I roll a 1. It's D3. It's D6 plus 1. So no, we did 5 damage. Well, the moral of the story is just roll like a ludicrous charge rolls, and then you win. Oh, do you mind if I charge this guy? I forgot.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't have I don't have an AP value in melee, so I don't think I do anything. But at least we get to be there. I think he's 4 attacks. 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Winning on 5s. 2 wounds, no AP.
Hang on. Oh, I guess you.
Yeah, he's 3 plus 1 with scale
fine.
strength 8, AP 0, 2 damage. And then he just touches you, and that's all my stuff. So you can kick me with your Impulsor and your Storm Raven. Do they attack?
Yeah. Armored hull.
Strength 8. Hell yeah.
I
guess if you're hover mode, you could just tank shock with those things. And actually, like, kind of are sweet.
3 attacks, hitting on 4s, hitting on 6s. Nothing into that guy. I guess we'll attack Tyrant Guard. Seems the same. 4s. No. Nothing.
Yeah, it's just like sucking people into his jet intake chat for sure. Okay. I took an objective away from you, so I get 4 points. And I cleansed 2 objectives because I did one with Swarm Lord. And then you get 10 points. And you probably call Tactical Doctrine and then like wreck me.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, basically 9th edition points, chat. We like made some stuff up for enhancements and units that like got reworked, but they're certainly wrong. I paid extra points for my gargoyles that all died.
This guy gets +1 to hits. And he will come over here. Is there a reason for me to be close? I guess there's a reason to be within be gettable by within 9 inches of a.
Yeah, we also we constructed the most straightforward mission too, like no special rules and
we'll just advance the techniques.
No special rules and just like the normal primary scoring. So like 5 points for each.
All right, and I can shoot into melee. So those guys can just shoot that guy. Because if I'm, yeah. Oh, I guess these guys are gonna have to move.
They changed it so models can hover over the edge of the battlefield, yeah. Which should never have been a rule in the first place, but it is gone now.
Can you overwatch while you're engaged with something?
I think you have to be eligible to shoot, which means you may be able to because you're a vehicle. I guess
that's bizarre.
Stratagem right here. Oops. What the fuck? One unit that would be eligible to shoot as if it were your shooting phase.
Because if you're engaged as a vehicle, you can just shoot out of.
Yeah. Well, if the vehicle can. So we can both overwatch.
Right. What I'm saying is if I move anything that's within 18 inches of the Tyrant effects, you can just overwatch it.
Yeah, I can like overwatch any of this stuff right now.
So basically, if any of these things move, they're just dead.
Yeah.
So they're stuck here.
That is
so
weird.
I might as well just leave this guy here.
Yeah. Flavor seems problematic. Yeah, they really like restricted base for measurement for sure.
So literally everything is stuck there. So that makes that easy. And I guess
I do get. Well, I guess I don't get -1 to hit because it's Overwatch, and also I'm a flamethrower. Huh. That's weird.
Yeah.
I guess like flamethrowers on vehicles actually seems like sort of nutso.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start putting.
Land Raider Redeemers.
Yeah, I think
let's go.
Yeah.
that seems kind of crazy.
Although honestly, triple Tyrant effects with the flamethrower seems like just crazy. Like, what does your opponent do?
Yeah.
They can't kill them. Like, not efficiently, anyways.
I guess that's true, chat. We don't. The Eldar vehicles don't have a hover tank rule, right? There's their data sheet. We're bringing up the base measurement stuff. We saw wave serpents. Oh my god. Wait, that's nutso. Yeah, you have to use the base for measurement because they don't have a hover tank rule.
Alright, so we'll just fly over here. We'll do Oath of Moment on this Tyrant effects. That's engaging me. And we'll just put...
Maybe it's on the other flip side? I don't know.
Just start shooting it.
I'm like all sorts of out of synapse right now, so I don't get good strats. Yeah, it seems impossible to measure around. Honestly, they should just downward project those things.
I guess these heavy bolters have to shoot this Tyrant effects. So they are... twos. Bring on twos now. Sustained hits, that's too many. This is into the back Tyrant effects from the heavy bolter servitors. And I guess this Tech Marine can shoot that guy. So we'll do the servitors first. So into the back Tyrant effects, 2s, 6s generate additional hits, and then 6s. 1 wound, AP 1, 2 damage in the back Tyrant effects.
He's okay.
What is a Tech Marine's guns? Anti-vehicle 2+. Oh no, he has a forge bolt.
Yeah, they
lost. No longer has this cool pistol. Guns, right? Yeah. So
He
then
could
the
shoot,
tech
or he could
marine.
shoot the pistol into the train effects without penalty.
Oh, are things -1 to hit?
Non-pistols are -1 to hit if they shoot into melee.
But that's only if you're a vehicle.
No, everything. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can shoot this guy, the Tyranids, but you're -1 to hit unless you shoot the pistol.
Oh, so it's no longer heavy weapons are -1 to hit. It's
everything but pistols. Yeah.
Okay. It's fine. We're full rerolling. So these are on 3s.
This is into the acid spray guy.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll give him the 6. Is he the moment guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the 6 up on him.
2 wounds. AP -1.
2 wounds. AP. But I'm in cover because I'm always in cover. Oh, fair enough. What's the damage?
I think it's 2.
So
Yeah, 2 damage each.
Can I save on 6s? No, I'll take 2. 6.
Okay, we'll shoot all the guys over here. So heavy bolters, which we're hitting on 2s, but back to 3s. So rerolling everything. And then 6s, rerolling everything. Nope. Tech marine. 3s. And then 6s, rerolling everything. 1, AP1.
Okay.
The scouts will all shoot this guy. We'll do lethal hits. They're -1/+1.
+2, right? Because they're
+2, yeah. So they go to hit the hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
So, and whatchamacallit?
Go fishing. Let's go fishing.
And the other guy's gun does lethal hits. Or they all do lethal hits, and Tellion's gun does extra damage. 2 shots or 3 shots?
Why are the Carnifex's guns not twin links? They're literally 2 of them. Well, I guess you do actually get 2, right?
Shots. So it's 2. Maybe I should be doing the added AP thing. What is that called?
Oh, their guns suck. Jesus.
No, that's only in Devastator Doctrine.
I think this data sheet might be wrong.
Alright, so 2s to hits, 6s auto wound. And we will just reroll everything, fishing for 6s. And then 6s to wound.
Hey.
And then rerolling everything.
So
both AP2.
So
the red's 3. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
But did you want to fall back? I guess.
No, because then you just pull me up.
Oh, that's true. I shoot you. Fair. If the Hellbusters die from disembarking, do they shoot?
I have no idea.
Probably, right?
Also, I'm full rerolling, so the -1 to hit's not really that big of a deal. I guess I can't shoot you with blast weapons.
Do you have any blast?
Not many. I guess the Impulsor will shoot his Bragstone. You can declare targets that you're not engaged with, right?
Right. I think you're, if I remember correctly, you're just like basically perma -1.
You're just perma -1, right?
Unless you're the pistol, yeah.
Alright. So we'll do everything on the Hellblaster.
But you're already -1, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Alright, because you're damaged. Oh, do they damage? They're kind of small.
The Impulsors... No, they don't. They don't bracket.
Oh, sick. Even at 11. That's good. Alright, yeah.
Alright, so we'll shoot our little guns into the Swarmlord's unit. 2 shots.
Are the other guns going at the Tyranids?
Yeah. Nothing to the Swarmlord's unit.
And I think at this point I would not have cover because I'm touching you.
I guess that's probably true.
You just like be like, I draw line of sight.
What is the dying and shooting rule? Can we shoot additional time if we die?
Yeah, but only if the Hellblaster dies, not the Impulsor.
Alright, so the Impulsor dies and we die on Disembark. We get to shoot.
Yeah, I think that's how that works.
Because we're set up, and then we roll to see if we die. And then if we die, we're not removed from play. We then shoot, and then remove from play.
Right. It is after the attacking unit attacks are resolved, and you are an attacking unit resolving attacks.
Right.
I feel like
Alright, so yeah, we will overcharge then. Alright, so we're probably just gonna kill ourselves, but that's fine.
Okay, that's a good point, chat. Can you like triple tap that unit? You probably can't. I wonder if that's actually covered in the core rulebook. Hold up. This is not an interaction you could do in 9th edition. Where are the core rules?
Yes. So Reds have sustained hits. We're hitting on 4s. Wounding on 6s.
What happens if you advance a transport and then it dies on Overwatch? Does the unit just vaporize because they can't disembark?
I have no idea.
Right.
1 wound.
These rules don't. These rules aren't problematic at all. What's the AP?
No AP.
Yeah, on a 2. Yeah, on a 2. Go in the box. Oh my god, go in the box. He rolled a
2. Then we'll shoot the captain's gun. Which is it still 3 shots?
So emergency disembark is only used if you can't fit the unit. Do a normal disembark. That's interesting.
Oh, alright, the captain wounded twice.
Sick. AP1?
AP1.
And 3s. Ah, I take both. I ignore none of them. Ow. Down to 9.
And then the Hellblasters, they shoot twice each, right? Yes, so 10 shots. And this will be on 4s. Rolling. And then on 5s. That's an auspicious start. 2. AP -3.
2, AP3, so on 5s. Save 1. It's 2 damage.
Yeah, so it goes down to 1.
So I take 1 and I don't ignore. So I am down to my 8.
Yep. Then last thing we have that can theoretically try to kill you is the Storm Raven, because everything else we have is Blast.
Does the Impulsor die?
Oh, right. Does the impulsor die? That's a good point.
I think you want it to die because, from my reading, you can then shoot the Hellblasters again. Oh, okay.
Nope.
Because you would disembark the Hellblasters and then they're eligible to shoot.
Oh, because they're different units.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That is,
That's a weird interaction.
The transport rules are full of holes. These go into my broken rules document. I'm glad we're I'm glad we're picking these up.
All right, so the plasma cannon. I might as well overcharge because I'm right here. Plasma cannon will go into the guy in the back. Everything else is going to go into the thing that I'm next to. So we'll just roll the plasma cannon first. It's just D3 shots, so number of shots with the guy in the back. 3 shots. Hitting on 2s because we got the +1. Great. Wounding on 5. No. Alright, missiles. Hitting on 3s because of +1, -1. Rerolling. Wounding on 5.
All in the document.
Rerolling. 1 wound, AP -2, which goes down to 1.
Take it.
2 damage. 3 go down to 2.
So I have to take rolling course on 6s. Down to 6.
I guess I decided heavy bolters were better. Clearly the heavy bolters are not better if all your stuff is -1 damage. I thought -1 damage was rare, but guess not against Tyranids.
I mean, we both have an equal amount of -1 damage in our army, which is exactly 2.
Don't you have more wounds of it than I do? Maybe not.
I have 4
Yes.
more, I guess.
Also, your -1 damage guys are on 2-up saves, which is relevant.
that is different for sure.
That is a substantial improvement. Let's see. I mean, you're getting cover against a heavy bolter, so it's essentially the same. Actually, I could just roll the heavy bolter and the hurricane bolter together in this case. Or heavy bolter just has sustained hits. So we've got 3 shots from the twin linked heavy bolter, which will have sustained hits. And then we've got 24 shots from the hurricane bolter. So
yeah, you could. The Redemptors
Moving
are also
on.
Redemptors are going to be nuts hard to kill.
Back to 3s.
Turns out vehicles being a 1-up save like permanently is pretty
dice.
stupid. Should probably maybe change the ruin rules to not include vehicles and monsters. Infantry need the help, but those things don't. And also maybe don't have it affect
And then
2-up
wounding
saves.
on 6s. Rerolling everything. So those are all on your 2-up, 1 damage each.
You can bring a Redemptor into an aircraft, but you shouldn't because it doesn't do it doesn't ever disembark. So take 2 and then ignore on 6s. I don't ignore. Yeah, I don't know if charging here was the right call. I probably should have just stayed put. I would have ignored a lot of damage.
Can I kill you with this tech room?
Like
Oh no,
melee?
then you just overwatch me and kill me. Never mind, that doesn't work.
That's true.
Because you can overwatch out of engagement if you're a monster.
Apparently.
That's wild and bizarre.
Yeah, Overwatch kind of good.
Um,
I guess that would be a reason to get me to do it in the movement phase, because then I can't do it when you charge me. You can
so
also do
the
it.
only thing
You can do it if they charge you from out of line of sight too, because you can Overwatch when they end a charge move. So if you charge into a monster, it can just shoot you. Why do infantry exist in this game? Just bring nothing but monsters and vehicles.
Yeah, you were all like, oh, monsters are never going to make it into melee. It's like, I don't think so.
I mean, we're
Monsters
also
make it
talking.
into melees.
Monsters are never going to make it into melee because we're talking about how powerful they are at shooting.
Yeah.
Overwatch, Overwatch seems a little problematic, and then it's going to be my takeaway right now.
The Tyrant Guard are T8.
Yeah.
Carnifexes are T9.
Here's the Tyrant Guard data sheet.
And you're going to save on 2s no matter what.
Oh, they're 3 up save.
So I guess I can ignore cover. Sure, I guess we'll put all of our shots into the Tyrant Guard.
Yeah, with the new blast rules and indirect fire, like I don't even think like the little like 6 up save light infantry kind of feel like they're dead on arrival. Like you just don't even bother with them. Like replace all your 10 model units with lictors. It feels like this list probably should have just had 2 lictors instead of gargoyles.
There's 8 of these guys, right?
Yeah, tanks, bad touching infantry. At least you can still like rocket them, but it's not great. Infantry do feel like kind of real bad. It's weird because they were like, I don't know. They were like, all right, all the tanks got huge defensive buffs, but we didn't buff the infantry at all. Infantry weapons got raucously.
2 wounds.
2 into the Carnifexes. Who did we shoot into? Sorry.
Shooting into the Tyrant Guard in the middle.
I guess, on this guy.
Are these AP1? I guess they are. Oh no, their AP is 0. So just on 3s.
I'm okay.
Yeah, you're fine. And the D6 shotgun. 3 2s.
Yeah, anything with ignore cover does seem
forgot about
super
sustained hits.
duper
Whatever.
good. The Tyranids don't, right? They're just high AP. Yeah.
You're T8?
The Tyrant Guard, yeah. That's correct.
1 wound. And it is AP -1, ignoring cover.
So
2
I save
damage.
on A4. I save on A4. I do.
I guess I haven't shot with this guy yet.
That's true.
I guess this guy will put all of his shots into this thing, and then the Hurricane Bolters will go into the Tyrant Guard. And we're not going to overcharge my plasma. Oh no, I can't shoot my plasma into you because you're engaged in melee. Never mind. Hurricane Bolters and plasma will go into this guy.
Let's go.
So I guess we'll roll the plasma first. 2 shots. Hitting on 4s. Nope. Hurricane Bolters. 4s and then 6s. Two wounds into the Tyrant Guard. No AP.
Oh, no AP means I take them because of the new saves, the new rules. 1 damage or 2?
Oh, 1 damage. Hurricane Bolter. And then
3 plus
the
save.
big missiles.
Infantry, real bad.
The big missiles into the guy. 2 hits. Nothing. And the heavy bolters, which is just a 3. So it's twin wings. Well, I guess sustained hits come in clutch there. But we're still looking for 6s. 3 wounds on AP1, but you probably have cover. I don't know. Maybe you.
On that turn.
Yeah, you do. No, this is into the guy. That guy.
Oh, okay.
So 2 ups.
1.
Oh.
1. Down to 3.
Down to 3.
Almost got him.
All right, that's it for me.
Okay. I guess. Are you charging?
No.
So he'll just kick the transport. On 4s now because he's -1. And then on 5s. 1 wound. Roll a 1. Roll a 1. No. Alright.
I think I can call it here.
That's probably fine.
I think that you'll kill the Storm Raven and the stuff over here.
Well, I'll kill the Storm Raven and the Impulsor, and then probably nothing else. So, I don't know how you can get it. Killing stuff seems difficult.
Yeah, this... I don't know. There's definitely some wild reevaluations that has to happen with regard to what units are good and what units are bad.
I know. Yeah, the thing that, honestly, like, I should have just kept this Tyrannifex here. It is kind of weird, but it feels like engaging is kind of not great. Because I'm like, if I just chill back and like get myself as much cover as possible, and then like stack all my defensive benefits, like it's just so hard to kill.
Is it T14, right? Or T12?
It's T12, but he's the 2-up. If I can get cover against some stuff, like it helps. And then when I'm in Synapse, I can get a 5+ damage ignore. So like, yeah. I was like, I'll charge, but they're so terrible in melee. Like I project the Overwatch, which is annoying, I guess, but I don't know how like relevant it is. And then this guy, shooting is worse than just doing my mission action. So he just chills back here and does the mission action all game. Like I shouldn't have even taken like gargoyles and stuff. I should just take expensive models that don't die that easily, and they just do the mission action.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
It's
yeah, because infantry. Because the thing is, they created a bigger gap between infantry and monsters.
Yeah.
And the gap is so big now that infantry die instantly and monsters are immortal.
Right.
Or monsters and vehicles are immortal.
Yeah.
And it's like they may have gone slightly too far with that gap. Although to be fair, it could be that we're using borked points and that monsters are 1,000,000 points and infantry are really cheap.
Right.
And so that's part of the problem. Like right now you've got a Tyrannifex being what? The same cost as like 2 units of gargoyles or 2.5. Yeah. But maybe a Tyrannifex is the same cost as 5 units of gargoyles. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it does feel like maybe they're like on the 300-ish level for sure.
Or maybe I'm just saying like maybe simultaneous to the Tyrannifex being more, maybe the gargoyles are cheaper. You know what I mean? Like, but this just goes back to the idea, what I've been saying before. Where people are like, "Oh, this is broken. Oh, this is terrible." It's like we don't have any idea until you see what the points are.
Yeah.
But like for sure, I think you can say definitively that like if you use current points, vehicles and monsters are incredibly powerful, and infantry, not so much.
Right.
I definitely think that's true because infantry didn't get any additional durability whatsoever.
I am also not like outside of. I think like these scouts were pretty sick, honestly.
I'm happy with the scouts. Yeah.
Yeah, they seem sweet, but I think that like there are some special cases where infantry do cool things. Like I think the Lictor also is like similar situation where I mean, mostly it's because they can't be shot. Like let's be real.
Yeah, Lone Operative is basically 8th edition character protection.
Yeah, right? And like Venom Thropes are Venom Thropes, and they like support your army, so they're like probably fine. But I think that even if infantry are like dirt cheap, like just basically like worthless, because they're so like you could have a Storm Raven fight 1,000 gargoyles, and the Storm Raven's like still probably wins.
Yeah.
Like I think you get to the point where like because they're like everything wins on 6s. If you're a vehicle, 90% of infantry-based weapons win on 6s, maybe 5s if you're lucky, right? And they're like you can maybe scope out lethal hits if you're lucky, but then because you're always in cover, you're probably on a 2+ save, so you have to convert 36 hits to do 1 damage, right?
Yeah.
So
right, if you're wounding on 6s, if you're wounding on 6s and they're saving on 2s, yeah, 36 hits to wound once.
If you're hitting on 4s, that means I need to do 1 damage to you. I need 74 gargoyles, and a Storm Raven kills like 20 gargoyles in 1 shot. So it like the Storm Raven might not be able to kill all the gargoyles, but the gargoyles will never ever touch it, and eventually they'll all be dead. And like I think you could even if a Storm Raven's like 360 points, like you could probably just play it.
Yeah.
If
Well, the other thing that
infantry's
occurred to
cheap,
me
then
is
it's
like
probably not.
I took the Hurricane Bolters because I was like, oh, it's going to be a lot of heavy infantry. But what I should have taken is I should have taken the las cannons on the Storm Ravens.
Well, the Hurricane Bolters
I
are
guess
the
that's
side
instead of
piece.
the
You get
plasma
both.
cannons.
Yeah, the Hurricane Bolters are just a strict upgrade.
No, sorry, I meant the
the
heavy
plasma cannons.
bolters.
Oh, the
Well,
heavy
so the
bolters.
plasma cannons. What I should have done is I should have taken the las cannons instead of the plasma cannons.
Well, you replace it
And
to
I should have
missile
taken-
launcher.
And I should have taken the. I should have taken the
Meltas.
multi-melta. Because you can totally get within melta range with the Storm Raven.
Yeah, and because it's twin linked, the fact that it's like strength 9 isn't that big of a deal.
Right,
It's like
and then
2
you can
shots
do
per
big
unit,
damage to something, and it's enough AP to punch through the armor. Like, because
Yeah,
like the issue you're gonna have is not with heavy infantry or light infantry. It's gonna be killing the other guy's big stuff.
right. But and even if you're like, oh man, I'm worried about Terminators, and you brought nothing but las cannons, like turns out those are fine.
Yeah,
I think you
and
just
because
windmill slam
the Storm
everything
Raven
that's big
always
anti-tank.
has two. Because the Storm Raven can always take 2 Hurricane Bolters. Like, you're never worried about chaff because 2 Hurricane Bolters will just like delete like every chaff infantry in the game.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's 24 shots, twin linked. Like, what?
Yeah, between like all you need is like several Hurricane Bolters and several Desolators, and then like every T3 infantry model is dead immediately.
Yeah.
Like you're just like not worried about it. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
The Desolators seem real good, real strong.
You definitely don't need more than 1, I don't think, though.
1 unit. Yeah, because
Yeah.
like they don't really do anything to like big vehicles and stuff.
Yeah, because you have to get line of sight, and then as soon as you get line of sight, their shit just kills you.
I love that they're like 3+ ballistic skill, ignore indirect penalty, and
Ignore indirect
cover.
penalty, ignore cover. Yeah.
What the fuck? Why even write the indirect penalty into the game? Like, there's almost nothing that cares about it, right?
What's so funny is that like they have this wildly like strong line of sight gun, but you don't use it for risk of losing them.
Yeah.
Their non-line of sight gun is strong enough that like you just don't worry about it.
Yeah, that anti-tank bike squad we talked about yesterday, chat, is probably nutso. Not in this matchup, obviously, but in every other matchup, it's probably sick. The one that just like plows a tank for 9 mortal wounds with grab cannons, with the bike chaplain. I bet that's pretty good.
Also, like, yeah, I think
Yeah, anti-fly 2+ on the like, yeah, but like maybe interceptors are like actually unironically really good. You're like or I guess impulsors don't fly anymore, but like any Eldar vehicle, you're just like I'm like strength 18, bitch.
I wonder if what's the I wonder how much plasma inceptors will be. Since they can come in within 3.
Also,
so like they can actually come in where you might be able to shoot something without cover.
Also, I think they just drop wherever. Oh yeah, I had a Trigon on this list. Well, I think that you like always take the the hammer strike, the thing that gives you +1 to wound against vehicles and monsters.
Yeah, I was thinking about
like
those, but I put my list together pretty quickly.
Yeah,
it was like I had it from yesterday, and I was just like, and then I was like, oh, I need to remove Redemptors because they don't fit, and then I was like, I was definitely just winging it. This is not like, yeah, no, I was thinking about taking like one of each to get all the buffs.
Yeah. I bet honestly, like this list probably looks something more like this. That guy just turns into like 2 lictors, and that's probably less expensive, and I think that's just honestly better.
Double Tyrant effects. Just
No,
triple
one
Tyranids.
Tyranids. Just cut this one. This rupture cannon thing sucks.
No, get 2 with acid spray.
I don't know what to think about the Tyranids. I think they're just a tank now, and I think the one in the middle, just like wandering around and being like kind of hard to kill and making your opponent annoyed at you, is like probably good enough.
I mean, maybe that's fine.
Because it does have every defensive benefit that you can possibly give to a monster, right? Like with a Venom Thrope next to it, it's in cover with a damage ignore.
I guess one thing for sure, you're never gonna
And
want
the
more than
damage
one
reduction.
spot of. You're never gonna want more than one spot of Carnifexes. Because it's like it's
Yeah.
just the old 1-eye squad.
Well, the problem
That's
is that
it.
the Carnifex melee profile their both weapon skill, ballistic skills is terrible across every weapon.
Right.
Everything hits on 4s, so you need the rerolls. If they hit on 3s, I would take multiple for sure. But
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about the Carnifexes. Their ranged output's awful. Like it's so bad.
I feel like also
I didn't even
what if you
like,
just
shoot
take more
guys.
like what if you here's the thought.
Yeah.
3 Trigons, like
I think you end up with like.
because the Trigon always makes it into melee.
Well, it makes it into melee if you have a good place to.
Oh, I guess you
aggressive.
probably because you bring it in, it can't come in turn 1, so you probably only want 2.
Yeah. Yeah, 2's probably.
What are your monsters? Like 1 Tyrannifex, 2 Trigons, 2 Hive Tyrants.
The Hive Tyrants, yeah. I think that's it, probably. And maybe, I mean, honestly, yeah. I don't know about the Carnifexes. I think that they're kind of like a mid-board bully. 3 Carnifexes does kill, like, basically most of the things in the game, which is pretty nice. And your opponent's disincentivized from shooting them unless they can kill them, but, I mean, they're monsters and can get, like, insane catalysts, so, like, it seems like they're not gonna die. So, that's probably what it is. The two Trigons is probably good. What's the OC on those guys?
I think it's actually pretty high.
It's probably 4. Oh, here he is. It is 4.
Which is respectable.
Yeah, they're only strength 9 in melee, but it's like you can like give them lethal hits, and you can maybe give them 5-up lethal hits against vehicles, which is like probably.
Oh,
fine.
are your cards not double-sided?
Yeah, they are. Oh, it's like it's
Oh.
maybe.
If it's in your
might
if it's
hide
in
it.
your hand, I
Yeah.
can't see the other side.
Oh, it's probably because like the opposite side is the side that's supposed like theoretically has a card back or something. So they're like 12 attacks. They hit on 3s. They auto wound 5.
Their gun's also not terrible into like chaff.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's
I mean,
just like a.
they kill like 2 guys or whatever.
I mean, it's like
So it's like 5.
It's basically a
This
stri-
vehicle saves on 4s. They hit it for 6. Problem is no hit rerolls in this whole faction. It's like really rough.
gotta take an exocrine, man. Gotta borrow some incursors from the Space Marine friend.
Oh my god! But it only works on ranged attacks. Like you have to take like what's probably a like 170 point monster to give someone reroll ones. Not even hit rerolls. Not even +1 to hit. Like this shit's fucking brutal. That's so dumb. I think honestly, like the Hive Tyrant feels like this 12-inch bubble of 5+ critical hits. Just so that you can trigger lethal on vehicles. Like that's the only way you have
Also,
to
I think I agree. Venom Thropes feel very unnecessary with how easy it is to get.
Yeah, so the idea is that like turn 1 everything's in cover, so they don't really matter. But turn 2, the maps that they had, most of the mid board is open, so you can put the Venom Thropes like here and then project it onto the monster unit that's in the middle.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
It depends on like if they're over 100 points, I think you probably cut them. But if they're and they lost like every single ability basically, so I expect them to be like pretty cheap.
And they made their melee profile weaker, right?
Yeah, their strength is really bad, but their anti-infantry too, and they lost AP. The AP reduction's like army, like game wide, so that's not that surprising. But they lost a wound. They lost their fight last. They lost. They used to wound every. It was all non-vehicles, so it also their anti-infantry like affected monsters. They lost an AP value. So they lost a lot, honestly.
Actually, isn't Drukhari poison stuff also
That's all
anti-infantry now?
Yeah.
Which is pretty bad. I guess you just have to take Haywire.
Yeah, the Haywire seems fine. And
I don't
honestly,
know.
like, we don't know what their
thinks,
melee profiles look like, so who knows?
Given how rare anti-monster has been this edition, at least from what we've seen, like Tyranid monsters may just be like borderline impossible for a lot of people to deal with.
Those tyrannic war veterans will get them.
I mean,
Tyrannid 4+.
if Tyranids ever become meta,
Yeah.
certainly.
Ultramarines are just like teched out. They got the Phobos guy, the like combi weapon lieutenant.
Oh, that's true. He's got special rules against
Ka-cha.
Tyranids, doesn't he?
It's also like can't charge him because he runs away. Like,
Aggressors were good though. I definitely feel like we knew everything with a flamer was good, but it's probably even better than we thought.
especially if their points drop.
Because like once you play with it, it's like, oh, like once you realize that it's
Yeah,
like,
because you shot those like the 4d6 and you're like, oh, that wasn't very good, and then the whole unit died anyway. It's like you rolled
Yeah,
two
it's
ones
like,
and a 2.
oh.
It's like this is significantly below average. But it turns out if you're like between AP 2 and 3 and full rerolling your wound rolls, it's probably fine.
it's like, oh, it's ignores cover, twin links, +1 AP.
Yeah.
Like,
And you can, if you, I think, I don't know. I do think that like you need some more CP manipulation probably, because I think there's a lot of
that is the thought
situations-
that I had.
Yeah, where you're
I
gonna
couldn't
be
use any
like,
strat, so
yeah, you just want to like windmill stand, like the 2 CP like windmill slam Devastator Doctrine, advance and shoot into Storm of Fire, so you're +1 AP ignore cover. So like an aggressor squad just advances and then is AP 3 randomly.
yeah.
With rerolling everything is like, oh my god.
I mean, this is sort of like, oh, Storm Ravens are silly. I'm gonna take 2 as a meme with Dreadnoughts in them, and then
Yeah,
go from there. But the
I think they're
the more
they seem
realistic
low
thing is
volume.
probably like Gilliman. It's also weird. When I was thinking about the list, is like Gilliman gets lone operative, but he doesn't get so he especially gets screened by things, but he doesn't get screened by tanks. Like
Right.
he only gets screened by infantry. So like,
But all right, here's the tech, right? He's next to a Tech Marine, and the Tech Marine does get screened by tanks, and then gives him.
oh, that's a good call, actually.
Yeah, you just chain the lone operative out. That works?
Oh,
right?
actually, wait. That occurs to me.
You can
By
just do that.
attaching servitors to the Tech Marines, they lose lone operative, don't they?
They do, yeah.
Hmm.
Until the servitors die. I guess you could just put Gillivan next to a scout unit, right? The scouts are lone operative too.
Oh, that's also probably not bad, right? Because then he gains lone operative off of the scouts.
Oh my
yeah,
god. Gilliman, you fucking absolute monster. Yeah, there's no like unit size required, right? He's just within 3 of an infantry.
I think it has to be unit. I think it can't be a carrot or
No, it's just infantry.
what does it say?
While this model is within 3 inches of one or more friendly adeptus sturdy's infantry, it has a lone operative ability.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
So you can put him. What you can do is you can take the Tyranid guy who also has lone operative
Yeah.
and just run him around with him, and then
It's just
He
the
just go
best
wherever he
buddies.
yeah.
He's just like blue
They're just
text
two
in the
best
back
friends.
of Gilliman's base.
Yeah. Pointing at stuff to give
Yeah,
Real
I have a
ones.
sneaking suspicion that lone operative's like gonna become a problem. It's like kind of just 8th edition character protection, right? Like you in a lot of situations you get to that point. There's less of like the mid-board like chicanery where you have a dude like 2 inches away from your opponent, but because there's another guy, then they can't shoot him. But the fact that you can like any of these like side or backline objectives with lone operative stuff next to it is just like uninteractable is like a little bit funky. But I guess maybe that's like you're kind of forcing engagement, whereas It seems like the addition punishes engagement in every other situation. Maybe that's the difference. Because you need to have like deep strikers and stuff to deal with those things. That's something that those Inceptors sure don't give a shit about. Just like drop 3 inches away from that dude.
Yeah.
I bet you could just like... I bet every Space Marine infantry that's not a Desolator and doesn't have lone operative is dead. I bet Space Marines very quickly become the lone operative faction. Whereas you have like Sniper Scouts and the Phobos, like the... What do you call it? Like the...
right.
The Librarian dude.
The Phobos Librarian, yeah. To give stuff lone operative.
Yeah. And then like Eliminators that they're not lone operative, right? But they can just move behind cover every time they shoot anyway.
Well, the Phobos Librarian can attach to any Phobos unit and
right.
then give it lone operative. Yeah.
But he can put it on. You can attach him to Infiltrators, and then the Infiltrators can't be targeted and prevent deep strikes on you. So you don't even lose them to deep strikers, which you would normally. Because like then the deep striker can't come within 12, and if they're not within 12, they can't shoot you. So you're just invincible. Incredible. That seems pretty good. I don't know.
You take a Phobos. So it's like, yeah, you basically just become the Phobos faction, right?
Yeah.
Like,
they finally made Phobos like
captain
mass
to redeploy your stuff. Yeah.
I think we'll probably get confirmation in the designer notes document chat, but if the rule stays the same as it was in 9th edition, then Infiltrators beat out any closer deep strike abilities. I wouldn't expect that to change. They usually allow the defensive stuff to beat out the offensive stuff. What are you doing?
I would say it's the lone operative plus deep. Like I think you might still take like Terminators or Inceptors for deep strike potentially.
Yeah.
But depending on their points.
This is a good discussion though. I appreciate breaking open the Space Marine Index.
That's some.
Plus, you get redeploys if you have the captain. Although the captain seems kind of garbo otherwise. The Phobos captain.
Yeah, he's whatever.
His gun is worse than Tellion's. Tellion, yeah. What are you doing? Why are you taking all the good guns?
Scepter. So they get. So yeah, it's the same. It's literally the identical plasma gun to the Hellblasters. Well, interestingly, it's a pistol. So if they get engaged, they can still shoot it without. If they get engaged by a monster, they can shoot it without penalty.
Who has it?
The Inceptor's gun is now pistols.
Oh yeah. It shoots less times though, but at least it's not blast.
Well, all of the guns went to 2 shots. The Hellblasters used to shoot 3 times as well with their assault plasma.
Oh yeah, but the assault plasma is less strength, right? Because it supercharged to strength 7.
Yeah, I mean, I get, yeah.
I like the new Hellblaster profile.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if the Inceptors kept their D3 blast on there?
You shoot 10 Terminators, it's like just everyone's dead.
Even if it went from D3, even if it was D3 blast twin linked, like
yeah.
It would still be just like insane because it would be 4 shots per guy because D3 plus 2, and it would just like.
Oh yeah. No. How do you give them +1 with Inceptors, right? That's the idea. Because they don't have another way to.
I don't think anything can attach to Inceptors, right?
Or Incursors, I'm sorry. You want to give them +1 to hit. I guess that's the only thing that does that.
And nothing attaches to Inceptors.
Yeah. If you could attach the I guess like Apothecaries would be nice. But nobody just gives like +1 to hit or whatever, which would be kind of gross.
Is that true?
Or Tor Garradon, maybe. special characters?
There's some that do +1 to hit below starting strength. Is that just Pedro? I think it's multiple times. There's Pedro. I swear I saw it another time.
Oh, Target gives ignore cover, and that's pretty good. I guess only to aggressors. Whatever.
Well, the Ancient and Terminator armor gives +1 to hit below starting strength.
Well, time to go make a video about how lone operative might be problematic. Amazing. So yeah, what are all the things that like? What's the scout rule? How's it worded? Concealed positions. This unit can only be selected as the target of a ranged attack if the attacking model is within 12.
Yeah, so the only things that give +1 to hit are Tech Marines give it to vehicles, Sergeant Tellian gives it to scouts, and Pedro and the Ancient and Terminator armor give it if you're below starting strength.
That's weird that like, so the attaching characters that give lone operative have a different wording than the scout squad.
You mean the Tech Marine or the librarian?
Yeah, the librarian and Shrike. Not that it's very different. The scout sniper squad cannot be selected as the target of a ranged attack. And the Phobos librarian, I think, says cannot be targeted by ranged attacks. It's just kind of annoying. Oops.
Failure to template. What else is new?
Yeah, shocker. It's just hard to find them all, basically.
It should have just said because the thing is, it should have said instead of shrouding, it gives stealth and cannot be targeted. It should have said give stealth and lone operative.
Yeah, the
But
problem
they
is
didn't want lone operative to be a thing that multiple model units can have, right? So like,
right, and then they
should have just
printed
had a
it, like, 7
keyword.
times. Yeah,
you should have just had a keyword for like untargetable outside of 12,
Right.
but they didn't.
yeah, like, concealed or whatever.
Yeah,
Where
well,
it's like,
yeah, pick a
and
word,
then,
whatever.
Yeah, and then, whatever. Doesn't matter. A character with concealed loses concealed unless in a unit that also has concealed, and then you're done. You just like include that in the the new whatever your updated lone operative would be.
Much like they should have had a thing for objective secured, where they like, once again, it's on like 50 different data sheets, but the same rule where like, if you control this objective, it remains under your control until whatever. But it's called something different every single time.
Right.
Like, it's like, have you not learned your lesson, guys? Come on.
Is everyone jumping ship from Battlescribe? I don't think so. Whatever system works best is like I'm not like married to any particular list building app or whatever. Whichever one works best and is most widely used is probably the one that I'll use. If that's Battlescribe, then great. If it's the GW app, then so be it. And if it's like whatever the replacement people are working on is. Battlescribe's like a can of worms, though. I have a sneaking suspicion Battlescribe will probably be dead shortly. Look at this weird 3, or this weird like backwards 3 in Terminator. What's up with that?
Oh, you know what I should do? I should just
Do all the Terminators
swap
do that?
to watching the. I should swap to watching the stream instead of looking at table. I want to close Tabletop Simulator, in fact.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they all have this weird backwards 3 in Terminator. That's bizarre. So tanks and lone operatives, is that where we're at?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, the complaint
Because
that we have, chat, is that a lot of things grant an ability that's identical to lone operative, but lone operative is the core rule that's specific to characters that they lose it when they're in units. So what they should have done is just keyworded just keyworded lone operative to be untargetable, period. If you're attached to a unit, if you have lone operative and you attach a unit that doesn't, you lose it. Done. But they instead they made it specific to independent characters and then printed a bunch of bespoke rules that do the exact same thing. I mean, they were like, guys, we're bringing USRs back, but we only made like a couple of them because we wanted to grant identical, slightly like different worded but different named abilities that are all the same to 100 different units in the game. Like, why is objective secured not a USR when like 2 or 3 units in every faction have it? Like, I don't know. Yeah, the plasma boat does seem really memey. The impulsor.
yeah, that definitely works. And I will say also
clarification on that thing.
I will say also I think the Desolator is probably also fine, like non-line of sight guns.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't think you want like. The thing is, I think like. I just think I mean, we'll have to see points again, but I mean, I just think currently the way it stands, like the infantry versus monster matchup is such that like, and by monster I mean monster vehicle, etc.
Right.
That like you just lose in any kind of shooting or melee contest if you're infantry. So you're better off just not getting into one.
Right. Yeah, just don't. Yeah, exactly.
Like make it so that you're shooting them and they're not shooting you.
Yeah. Yep. And it's also like, it's like bizarrely more difficult for infantry to gain cover than it is for vehicles. So even
also
like
very true.
And also, you know, a majority, I would say most of the infantry units in the game, and this might be incorrect. I'm just sort of talking out of my ass here. But like a startling proportion of infantry units in the game are a 3+ armor save, right? And a 3+ armor save is less affected by cover, which means that like you have these infantry that are just like awkwardly really easy to sweep. Like they base that cover, the change to cover just made infantry easier to kill. In an edition where it seems like infantry are basically just like dead on arrival anyway.
Yeah, I mean they moved some infantry away from 3+ armor save by moving them to 4+ armor save. But there's still a lot of infantry in the game that are 3+ armor save.
But a 4+ armor save is like
worse.
It better than a 3+ in a lot of instances, right? Because you have
no, but I mean like
you get a similar benefit from cover, and you're not paying for a 3+.
Sure, but I mean like from a strictly like. Yeah, but in general, yeah, I don't know. I wonder if like tactical squads now that rhinos have open top 2, I wonder if the play is to put like a tactical squad with like one guy with a las cannon in the rhino and then I guess you could just take
Why
a
not
razorback.
Just take a razorback at that point? Yeah. I mean, I guess you get 2 units for the price of 1, right? But only if the price is good for those infantry.
Well, because the thing is, then you could potentially like get out and do an action.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then also not shoot with the les cannon you bought with money, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Unless those laser beams are free, and then everybody is just going all over the place. Las cannons for days.
You're
just like
maybe this is
slam.
the razor.
Yeah.
Maybe Razorbacks are back in Vistas. Remember when Razorbacks were everywhere?
Las-Plaz Razorbacks. Because for some reason we decided a twin-linked plasma gun and a las cannon belonged on the same turret. For whatever reason. Yeah, it could be.
Gladiators are probably.
It could very well be that infantry is like basically free, but I have a sneaking suspicion it's not. I'll cross my fingers, but it doesn't seem very likely. How about those gladiator lancers, though? Can we talk about that unit? It seems great. I guess like you might. Well, I also wonder if like burp dreadnoughts are back, which is double Gatling cannon because they're devastating wounds. So you just lock in a O's a moment target and then fish for 6s on 20 shots.
And Sergeant Kronos go on a Land Raider Redeemer? He can, right? Sergeant.
Do you need him in a Land Raider Redeemer? He gives you
Well, it's got a
+1
multi-melta and a twin assault cannon.
I guess that's fine. But he doesn't buff the flamethrowers.
Sure.
So you're like... Kronos is so cool. I love that guy. I always want him to be good, and he's always like way too expensive.
Oh, he gives you a floating wound reroll as well. As ballistic skill 2+.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably great in just the regular Godhammer, right? Because that has 4 last cannons on it. That's probably the intended use case. I think you put him in whatever your last cannon carrier is. And then he's like, you need 1 less tech marine to support it.
So Redeemers, Flamers, it's D6 +3, and there's 2 of them. So it's 2d6 +6.
Yeah.
It's only strength 6 though, so it doesn't do. It's like still just.
I mean, it's basically like it's like 50% more than this Tyranids, right? Because that's d6 +6. And yeah, it'd be 2d6 +6, so it's like I guess 30% more. So.
But it's also got like a twin assault cannon and a multi-melta.
So if I'm a Redemptor Dreadnought and I'm shooting at a big tank and I'm rerolling all my hits because I have the moment to do, can you give them sustain or anything? Probably not, right? And then I win on 6s and I reroll everything. You just buzz you for 6 more.
Strats?
6 mortals is really good in this edition. Plus Redemptor Dreadnoughts.
Oh, Storm of Fire is ignores cover and +1 AP in Devastator Doctrine.
Yeah.
So you do that with on your go turn, and you advance and shoot with your Redemptor.
Well, no, you don't care about ignore cover on your Redemptor. Redemptors ignore cover anyway, because they just do mortal wounds. They don't even do regular damage. They don't care about regular damage.
Don't you take the plasma?
No. All burp guns. All burp guns all the time.
Actually, I haven't really looked at it that closely.
It has 20 shots with devastating wounds. I guess if I search for sustained hits, it would come up with 1,000. Every heavy bolter in the game. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to grant sustain to them, which would be kind of nutso.
You can grant sustained to almost any infantry unit.
Hang up. Yeah, but not big dreadnoughts. But also, the Redemptor is just basically the same profile as that Tyrannifex, though. It just has less wounds. It's like T10, 2 up, -1 damage.
If a character is leading a unit and they're embarked on a transport, do they still have the effect from the character?
No, because like when you're shooting with them, like when you're firing decking them, no, because the firing deck contributes the weapon to the transport.
They just get attached to the transport as if they're part of the vehicle.
Yeah,
right?
you pull the guns off the infantry models and glue them to the side of the transport, basically.
Right. Yeah.
The impulsor like rounds up all the hell blasters and take their guns away. It's like, this is mine now. Now I will shoot with it.
Which is also why it takes the mortal wounds when you
Which is also why it takes the mortal wounds. But that would also be why, if you destroy your own transport, you can then shoot again, because the Hellblaster squad hasn't shot. The Impulsor has shot with the Hellblaster's weapons.
Right. Hilarious.
Glorious. Glorious. Oh, man. Yeah, transports are borked, for sure. So I think if you... I was just, like, reading through the transport rules while we were talking about it. I think if you advance with a transport, right? So you're like, my Land Raider will advance, roll a d6, move, and your opponent goes, okay, I'll Overwatch it, and then kills it. I think your unit, everything embarked in it just dies. Or the game blue screens. Because when the transport's destroyed, your unit must disembark, but you cannot disembark from a transport that advanced that turn. So... I think it's the same thing as disembarking a monster from a Tyrannocyte. I think the game state's just unrecoverable.
Yeah, that's probably...
You both must and cannot disembark at the same time. Oh my god. Did the game make me feel better about Tyranids? The game made me feel more trepidatious about Tyranid points values, I think. I do think that Tyranid monsters are probably, like, more playable than I gave them credit for. But I think Tyranid infantry is, like, significantly less so, is kind of what I'm getting. I think that a Tyranid... It feels like an optimized 10th edition Tyranid list is, like, 14 models now. Just,
yeah,
like,
I would...
You cut every T3 infantry model out of the game.
Yeah, based when I was watching your Tyranid coverage, I was like... But you were like, oh, these Tyranid warriors, these Tyranid melee warriors, these look pretty good. And then you were like, oh, this Moloch, it looks pretty bad. And it's like, I think, like, if you want to compare the Tyranid warriors to the Moloch, I think the Moloch, like, the melee Tyranid warriors, I think the Moloch has a way more chance of, like, getting into melee and doing damage than the Tyranid warriors ever do.
Yeah, I mean, I made a video about how bad the Tyranid warriors were, right? Where I talked at length about how terrible and undeliverable they are. Like, theoretically, if you can get, like, 5 or 6 melee warriors for the price of one Moloch, then they'll like, do more damage. But the problem is delivering them. And I agree, the Moloch has a better chance of actually, like, hitting someone. But
I guess the Moloch only has a 3-up save, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2-up save also. I think the other thing that occurs to me is, like, which I think it hasn't fully set in yet, because I think the thing that I'm not fully adjusted to yet, because I'm still in the mindset of 9th edition, is, like, just how radically better a 2-up armor save is.
Yeah, it's like
2-up armor save was better in 9th edition. It's so much... The gap between 2-up armor and 3-up armor is so much bigger in 10th edition than it was in 9th edition.
Yeah.
Because armor piercing is so rare.
Yeah, well, not only that, but also 3-up armor, like, 40% of the time doesn't get cover. So, like...
Yeah.
Not only is a 2-up save... Like, honestly, I think they have to make it so that a 2+ save doesn't benefit from cover. Like, full stop. Honestly, maybe even a 3+ save shouldn't benefit from cover at all. Like, I wonder if that was, like, the original, intention, and that was, like, changed at some point along the way. Because that rule is, like, so bizarre. And I think the fact that cover is, like, so much easier to get just makes any of those high armor save units, like, infinitely better. But a 2+ save is, like, I think if you're a 3+ save, like, tank, then you have to have a really good reason to exist. Because you would just take a 2+ save tank over a 3+ save anytime you can. Yeah, Grey Knight troops in 2+ save is good, for sure. That might be the infantry squad that exists.
Yeah, actually, I will say, caveat to our discussion of infantry. Infantry with 2+ armor saves are probably still okay.
Yeah, I think, like, Terminators are fine, for sure. And, like, a 2+. I mean, a 4+ invulnerable save on top of like a 2+ armor feels sort of superfluous, because I think a 2+ armor save is likely most of the time going to be in cover. So we used like, I don't know, we used 9th edition points and then like made things up for enhancements basically. So we played like a little bit under 2,000 for in the direct conversion.
I'd advise not to do it, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess this is fine if you want to like test how the rules work, but it's clearly not balanced whatsoever.
I agree. Yeah.
Not that when the points do come out, it'll necessarily be balanced, but it's definitely not balanced with 9th edition points. Like both internally and externally. Like the units don't make sense within a codex or across codexes if you use the 9th edition points. They just don't make any sense at all.
Yeah, that's like this tight grip on points has been weird. I don't know. I don't really know what the. Maybe they're like like holding out for audience reaction to rules and then like adjusting points to make people feel better or something. Like maybe we'll find out D-cannons are like 140 points.
I mean, honestly, I think maybe what may have just happened is like previously the reason it leaked was because it was a physical Minotaurum field manual that was like printed that was going out, and then like because it had to get shipped early, like somebody in a store just like, you know, posted it to the internet. But now that it's like a digital document, there's like no reason to post it.
Damage reduction for sure will not reduce damage to 0, chat. I can't say for certain that that's the case, but I can almost guarantee that there's no way it reduces damage to 0. Honestly, like my honest opinion is I think they just forgot the part about characteristic modifiers in the rulebook. I think that they just didn't remember to put it in. Because there's no way they print like, you know, every faction having 4 ways to modify characteristics and then not putting it in the core rules. That was probably like a translation of a design note at one point. They were like, "Oh, we should give this one kind of dreadnought -1 damage," and they're like, "Okay, so it reduces damage. That's cool." And then that just carried on when they meant that it like Duty Eternal, just like 9th edition, and they forgot to actually clarify that. Which is whatever. I just really think, I don't know. I would like to see the rest of the rules and points, please. Thank you.
Should have taken some Eradicators. Eradicators have reroll hits and wounds against monsters.
Yeah, I mean, everything does when you choose it as the target of a moment.
I mean, that's true.
And cursors do get plus 4 to hit.
Eradicators reroll their damage roll, though.
Oh, that's true. You know what else rerolls damage rolls?
Things that don't roll damage.
The Gladiator Lancer. And it shoots like 60 inches or something. I don't even know. I don't remember.
The Predator Annihilator rerolls damage rolls of 1.
Yeah. I'm glad they also took, like, they removed a lot of the, like, weird random, like, dice rulings. So we don't know if that actually works or not. I think in 8th edition that wouldn't have done anything because your roll would have been d6 + 1.
You could put Kronos in charge of a Predator Annihilator, assuming the Predator Annihilator is cheap, and if you don't want to pay for a Land Raider.
That's what I said. I think it's either the Godhammer or that thing. I think the Predator Annihilator looks great. Any of like the long range big laser guns seems fine.
Just 4 las cannons.
Yeah.
100 kilo missile.
I'm really glad the Gladiator Reaper isn't a 24 shotgun, because that thing would have been like windmill slam every time. I appreciate the twin links. Like the mass twin linked in Space Marines, I do think actually serves a purpose, which is like keeping your potential damage with Oza moment down.
Yeah.
But also it means that you have like an interesting. It's like an interesting internal tension where you create like some part of your army is the Oza moment part where you shoot at whatever has Oza moment, and then some part of your army just has 2 guns stapled together.
Right.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like you just have to remember that like the things with twin linked guns just do less damage than they used to. You know, it's just.
But they're
And
more
there's
like
a lot of
independent, I think. They do like more consistent.
Yeah, but
damage.
there's just a lot of like there's a lot of twin linked guns in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because like I don't know, having twin linked guns being a 2-shot version of the weapon always felt like kind of clean. Having one be twin linked and the other ones be like different is kind of weird. Like the Predator Annihilator having a twin a twin special las cannon and then 2 regular las cannons is like kind of very annoying. Because they're like, well, we have to roll this one separately, which gets like a single awkward reroll and is slightly statistically different. First, and then also 2 more. Whereas previously you were just like, I don't know, roll 4.
What's weird also is the Godhammer las cannons and the Land Raider aren't twin linked, even though they're like.
Yeah, I think any of this. Well, I don't know.
They're It's 2 pairs of 2 las cannons. Right next to each other.
Right, and it's the same with the Ballistus Dreadnought, right? Because the Ballistus Dreadnought has a twin las cannon, but it's just 2 las cannons.
Right.
But I think that's like the special ones. It is weird that the Godhammer las cannons on the Land Raider are different than the Predator las cannons, which is
if you take the Godhammer las cannon off of the Land Raider and you put it on a Predator Annihilator, it's the same gun.
Yeah. It's identical. But the Predator Annihilator has all those power packs in the back. That's why it's strength 14. It's got those extra batteries.
Is the Godhammer not strength 14?
No, it's strength 12.
Oh no, it's only strength 12.
Yeah, it's 2 regular las cannons, whereas the Predator, the Annihilator las cannon is 1 twin-linked special las cannon.
It's just weird.
It is
whatever.
Strange.
I mean, this is the freedom they get for not having. For doing what we always wanted, which is
honestly, like, we'll get over it. I think it's fine.
Them not being an RPG anymore, where things have stats then you equip them.
It is funny that the one that I do appreciate is that the Godhammer las cannon is like functionally extremely different from the Razorback turret, the Razorback's twin las cannon, which is, I believe, almost a literally identical like bit. Like on the model, it's basically exactly the same.
No, the Razorback one is twin linked. It is the same strength, same damage, but it's twin linked versus not twin linked.
Am I liking Tyranids more? I like Tyranids monsters more. I think I hate their infantry though.
Well, I mean, you always said you prefer Monster Mash.
I am. If it is just like a bunch of big dummy idiots, that's probably fine for me. I am sad that they're all slow and stupid, but whatever. Like a Brutalis Dreadnought like doubles the threat range of anything in the Tyranid Codex, which is like a little bit weird.
Do Brutalis move 10? Or are they down to 8?
I actually haven't checked. But they can advance.
Because some of the Dreadnoughts, like the Contemptors, went from 8 to 6.
They're move 8.
Yeah.
But you can advance and charge anything in the Tyranid or in the Space Marine Index anytime you want. So like they just go much faster.
I mean, well, I guess for CP.
Yeah. Or for free if you have Gilliman within 12.
They are on a big base, though. How many Tyranid monsters are on a 100 mil base? That's a chunky
Killer.
base.
That big old.
Well, you're not bringing that guy.
Yeah, that dude sucks. I wonder what the breakdown will be between a Screamer Killer and a Trigon. Because like, the Trigon is the same profile. I guess it is strength 9 instead of strength 10, so it's slightly different. But it has 2 more attacks, so it's like basically the same profile, except it's like 4 more wounds and deep strikes 3 inches away. So just
Yeah,
like,
but
one of these things not like the other.
the Trigon does seem just unironically better.
Yeah.
Also,
Trigon's
I don't hate
actually great.
I don't hate the Screamer Killer model as much as you do, but the Trigon model looks better in my opinion.
Trigons are classic. The Trigon's actually like cool big snake. It's not like a weird ape thing. So I guess one thing I didn't consider with the Moloch is that you can. Oh no, you can't do anything with it. Yeah, I don't know. The Moloch doesn't seem very good, honestly.
I just think you're
Still
underestimating how many things you can hit with its Earthquake ability.
Why? No, I'm not. I don't think so.
Because it's a really big arc.
Yeah, but it can't go within 9 of you. So like, if it was to deep strike in this situation, it would hit like 3 units. And that's a perfect situation. If your opponent is trying to screen you, then it sucks. Right? Because if you're like, if you are in this formation, but you had a unit out here, these gargoyles were Space Marine infiltrators, then the Moloch hits literally only that unit. So like, it's extra punished for your opponent just like playing kind of okay.
Maybe.
And those guys will probably have lone operative, and you can't even attack them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. I think the thing is, the Moloch at the moment is like radically cheaper than the Trigon, so we'll just have to see like what the relative points costs are.
Yeah. Well, the other thing about the Moloch right now is that it has like a utility that it doesn't get in 10th edition, which is that it can deep strike onto objectives and obsec them. And even if it could deep strike onto objectives, it can't obsec them. So it's like 2 Space Marines like out OC it. So it doesn't, like, even if you could get it within 3 inches of people, it would just be there for damage.
Yeah.
If you're
I would have it.
Orbital striking your opponent's army is the least valuable. I mean, mortal wounds are good, but it's the least valuable mortal wounds you can possibly have. Yeah. So like, it would just be this big thing that drops in, then gives your opponent bring it down points, and they like lose a Space Marine in all of their units, which is like okay. And then maybe they Overwatch it and it dies. Like, I don't know. Unless they're like, if they're much cheaper than Trigons, then I can see it. But Trigons just like seem so great compared.
Yeah. Well, and it sort of looked like, from the fact that their profiles are so similar, I do kind of expect them to be similar costed, and like the Trigon definitely looks better. Also, I was remembering the bioelectric pulse is sustained hits too. So like, on average, you get 6 hits off of your 6 attacks.
Right. But then you win on 3s and they save on like 4s probably, even if you shoot at little guys. So like you kill 2 dudes. It's like fine.
It helps your charge maybe if there's stuff in the way.
I guess so. Yeah, like you might, you know, having a gun is good. Like I'm not gonna argue against having a gun. I just don't think it's like
you're there mostly for 12 attacks.
Yeah, you just want
to AP 2 damage 3.
You just want to throw 12 attacks at somebody, yeah. And hope you're within. As we said, hope you get into Synapse range of that Hive Tyrant, because then you can get 5 up lethal hits. Let's go.
How does that compare? And the Haruspex gets 14 worse attacks.
The Haruspex gets a trillion million attacks. I think the Haruspex
gets 4 Mondo attacks.
Yeah. Somebody on Reddit did a breakdown of all of the it got posted into the Discord earlier, into the general chat. They did a breakdown of all of the Tyranid damage profiles against like T9 or T10 vehicles, I think. And the Haruspex is like, I think besides Carnifexes, is like far and away the highest damage you can get.
Yeah. It just move 8 is the awkward thing. That's
right.
on oval. It's on the same base as the Exocrine.
Yeah, it's a big fuck off base. It's a 3+ save too, so it's like T11, which is like kind of an annoying spot to kill, but it's only 3+ save, so a lot of times it just gets ripped apart. Like no damage reduction. I mean, if they're like cheap that you can just like 2-for-1 people with them, I think they're great, but if you can't, it's awkward. But against like T10 2-up save, they do like 10 damage, 9 damage, 9.
I mean, you would expect them to be less than like a vehicle that has less toughness, but like a big gun, because like they're harder to use because you have to get them into melee and they're slow.
You know, you would expect that, but this is 40k, and Gladiator Lancers are 125 points, and that Harspex is like 200. So I don't know. Who knows?
I guess we'll find out.
Who knows? Yeah, I mean, I hope the melee gets stuff. The Harspex also has like a sweet gun too, actually. So every once in a while, he just snakes your character out of your unit.
Yoink.
Oh. I just tried to spell the Spanish Harspex with a J. D6 plus 1 damage precision on the gun. Let's go. And he forces battle shocks a lot. Harspex is good.
Yeah.
But Harspex is only good if he's like inexpensive, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think that basically, like, I think all of the melee, the melee monster, outside of the Trigon where he can deliver himself, like, all the melee stuff that just has to trudge up the board, like, cost is king. I mean, cost is king on everything, but it's even more king on things that just to walk up the board slowly.
Yeah.
The Tyranids has benefited from the fact that it has a gun that makes you not ever want to get close to it.
Yeah, the Tyranids benefits from the fact that it overwatches for free, basically.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be next to the Hive Tyrant.
And it just, the Overwatch it has probably one of the strongest flamers in the game, maybe? It's up there.
Yeah, it's probably, I think, like, there's probably going to be a lot of, like, Strength 6 AP2 2 damage torrents on, like, big things that'll be pretty playable. I also was, like, I kind of remembered halfway through that game that Swarmlord's gun is, like, a huge torrent, too, now. So
yeah, that's right, his psychic power, yeah.
Yeah. That's also D6 plus 3. It's only Strength 5 AP1 instead of Strength 6 AP2, but it's like basically the same idea. So you can kind of 1-2 punch people if they kill the horror specs, but still have like medium infantry. Swarmlord still bakes like 5 Space Marines on their own.
Or it's D6 plus 6, 2 damage. Yeah. Doesn't ignore cover, but
it's AP2.
Your Pyro Wars are...
So it's basically
it's AP2, so.
AP1 ignore cover.
Yeah. Yeah, because nothing is AP3. Basically.
Yeah, unless you're a melee attack in Tyranids, you're not AP3.
Or the Rupture Cannon.
That's AP4. No, it's not even AP3. If we just search -3, what do we get? Oh, the Zoanthrope's Laser Beam.
Because it's a las cannon.
Because it's literally a las cannon, but it has half the range of a las cannon. But lethal hits. That's another unit that might be okay if they're like actually cheap. They're basically
also
just a Devastator.
I think the thing with Zoanthropes also is they're also Synapse, so
yeah,
they may be something that you use to like help cover your Synapse and also contribute to your shooting.
So it's the Turvagon in melee, the Hive Crone's extra attack in melee, Carnifex is in melee, Exocrine's Zoanthrope Gun, and Old One Eye in melee, who is also a Carnifex.
Yeah, so it's really, in terms of guns, it's just the Zoanthrope and the Exocrine.
Yeah, I wonder... Old One Eye's unit seems pretty solid. I wonder, like, if that's literally just the Distraction Carnifex, and you, like, plant them next to Venom Thropes and run them into the middle of the table and tell your opponent they can't shoot them, because then you'll go apeshit.
How far do they move? Is it
8 inches.
Oh, 8?
Yeah.
Can they end an engagement?
Yeah.
No. Nice.
Yes, they can. Each time an enemy unit is selected to shoot, if any monster in this unit lost 1 or more wounds as a result of those attacks, it can make a victory assault. Oh, I guess it's not fully, it's D6 plus 2. So it's like probably 5.5. 6-ish inches.
feel like the problem with zoanthropes is that they're move 5, actually. I think that's their issue.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to deliver them somehow, right? Like, you're going to put them in a Tyrannocyte, or you're going to strategic reserve them.
Yeah, probably.
If you're in a situation where it's necessary. If your opponent's running at you with stuff, then move 5, 24-inch range doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I bet you what you do is you put them in a Tyrannocyte, and then, like, they have multiple modes where, like, you could Alpha Strike with them, you could screen your backfield, you could clear a side objective, you could like plug a hole in your synapse. There's like a whole bunch of things you could do with them.
Yeah.
Like it's like a utility unit at that point that like solves problems and like
the
it like does a whole bunch of things all at once.
The assumption is that Old One Eye is probably not going to remain his same points value, I would imagine. That would be sort of silly. I don't think that unit's particularly playable if he is. Because he's actually like 80 points overcosted right now, and his stats get dramatically worse in the new edition.
Well, it's also like
not commensurate to the lethality decrease, I think.
It's like Old One Eye is more points than like Old One Eye is like 50% more than a Trigon.
Yeah.
Like doesn't make sense.
Old One Eye's points value right now is like kind of silly. But also, like, I think he's just stapled to Carnifexes. So that the question isn't how many points is Old One Eye, it's how many points is Old One Eye plus 2 Carnifexes. Like,
yeah, also the Carnifex points are who knows, because the Carnifexes right now, the War Gear options like totally they go from like cheap to like wildly expensive.
Right. Yeah, it feels like, just looking at their profile, it feels like their arm weapons will probably be just a straight swap, because it looks like they did a lot to make them. Like the Crushing Claws might cost more, which is like the las cannon arms, but they trade an extra attack Scything Talon weapon for their gun, so they get way worse in combat in order to get a ranged attack.
Right.
And their ranged attacks are all very bad. So, like, I would be surprised if they have to pay too much for upgrades. There are some head weapon swaps that you will for sure have to pay for, which I assume.
The ones where it's like the spine backs or that it just gets an addition,
yeah,
right?
the bioplasma.
The bioplasma,
is
yeah.
the big one. But I have a sneaking suspicion that they will have limited like options for extra points. So I assume they're like 130, 120, 130. That whole unit's probably between 400 and 450, I would hope.
Yeah, I mean, you have to assume that, like, the average army, the average unit is going to go up in points, but units that got weaker with respect to what the average did will either stay the same or go down slightly.
Yeah.
And units that got stronger will go up significantly. So,
do you think that they broke this Carnifex model and then glued it back together on the one on the card? Because it definitely has super glue on it.
Probably. Well, because GW at their HQ, which is what they use to take photos, they just keep their models that they use in display cabinets.
Yeah.
And like, I can definitely see someone just like
They just dropped it at one point.
carrying it from place to place, just dropping it.
Probably. That's funny.
Because they don't
Gives
like
a
paint up
character.
they don't paint up a new set of every model
No,
to take
of
new
course not.
photos.
That would be wild. That'd be insane.
Ten attacks. If the Scrimmer Killer had AP3, he'd be, I think, much more of a. He'd be more in competition with the other stuff.
I mean, honestly, yeah. It's like, it's his movement value.
I guess he hits on 3s versus 4s.
Versus the other Carnifexes? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so
the other
you don't need to attach Old One Eye.
Carnifexes you package with Old One Eye, so they're 4s rerolling, so they're actually better. Like Carnifexes are just like strictly unplayable without Old One Eye, I think. And a Screamer Killer is certainly better than a single Carnifex. But I think the combination of the Carnifexes is all different.
I can tell you from experience, 8-inch move on a 100 mil base, it's real annoying.
Yeah, for a unit like realistically without like a gun, he shoots like a 1 damage kind of crappy gun.
You'll get into melee on turn 3.
Yeah. Yeah, in 9th edition you had like the singleton Screamer Killer, because once all your units committed and then died, you would have this like anchor unit that you could nump all your buffs on because they were core keyworded, and then he was good enough that he would like close out games. And I think like the intention is the same, except you can't buff him at all. So his attacks are just like wildly inconsistent. It's like 10 attacks hitting on 3, so he hit like 6 maybe, and then we wound on like 4, so he wound like 3, and then you're like, maybe I made 2 5-ups and he does 3 damage. I'm like, cool, this was fun. I enjoyed that. You cannot take damage on Old One Eye, no, because he's an attached character. Attached characters cannot be assigned wounds until the bodyguard's dead, except by precision weapons, and even then, only the precision attacks can hit him. Defect stronger than a Storm Raven? Yeah, basically. We just ran a Tyrannifex into the side of the table and it ate every gunshot and didn't die. Also, I made like 2 10-inch charges on the other side, which I probably shouldn't have done. That was kind of the kicker. I expected maybe the Tyrant Guard get in and then like stop you from shooting me for a turn, but I didn't expect the Carnifexes to get in and just kill everyone.
Yeah, because the Ironclad gets +1. Is it +1 to hit and wound monsters, I think?
Yeah.
And I got the hammer on him. I was all excited to make hammer time jokes.
And then the Hive Tyrant just killed him because he's rad.
Yeah.
Go Hive Tyrant.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. I think you just what is their melee profile with their talents? Because I bought him the gun, which I expected, because he gets a floating reroll every turn. So I was like, I can use it to shoot in my turn, and then in my opponent's turn, I can use it to save or like roll damage or something. And then his gun just sucks, though. Every gun in this codex is worthless.
Oh no, it's only versus. Oh, never mind. It's only +1 to hit and wound versus vehicles and fortifications. So it doesn't
get
work
wrecked.
with monsters.
I'm a vehicle for pain, but I'm not vehicle keyworded. So
Although
it's Scything Town,
strength 14. It's strength 14, so it still wounds on 3s. But
he gets 10 attacks if he doesn't take the gun, but 4 of them suck. So I don't know. Maybe that's fine. There's strength 7 AP 2 damage, which is like it's good against vehicles, I guess. Or good against infantry. But I guess if you're just gonna give him the free 5-up lethal hits anyway, then those attacks are fine. So maybe you just take extra melee attacks all the time, and you just cut like every gun.
yeah, because everything has cover all the time. So fuck it.
Yeah, can't get cover against a melee attack. Yeah,
Exactly. No heavy cover in this edition.
I can't believe they.
Although actually, heavy cover doesn't give you cover against melee attacks. It gives you +1 hit.
It gives you cover against melee attacks. Just nobody used it because it was really hard to judge and kind of annoying. I can't believe they like reversed this profile. Heavy weapon cannon. The 8th edition heavy venom cannon profile is so bad. AP2 D3 shots. Let's go. It's supposed to be the equivalent of a las cannon.
You're paying for the for being so strong in 9th edition.
Oh my god, so strong.
You're paying for your 18 months of dominance.
Did you see my game this morning? Tyranids so strong.
Well, I mean,
put like 1,000 points of an army into Bellicor.
That's why I said. Damage. That's why I said 18 months of dominance and not 2 years. Of dominance.
That's true. 18 months. Yeah, dominant up until Nephilim. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Tyranids fell off. They fell off real hard after their first like 8 months or whatever. After everyone got cool faction secondaries and Tyranids didn't, it was hard. It's a tough time.
Oh,
After
well,
nerf
it's not
number
the
2.
biggest.
Number 2 is Sag. Nerf number 3 though, unnecessary. What were you doing?
What else in Space Marines has 2 up saves? I should have. The other thought I had in addition to Storm Reavers is just like take everything with the 2 up save, and that honestly probably would have been better.
Like all 2 up save vehicles?
Or infantry, or just like go through and just take everything with the 2 up save. Terminators.
Well, just take infantry that can't be targeted. And the
Yeah,
save
I
doesn't
mean,
matter.
well, we were talking about that now, but
Yeah.
yeah. What vehicles have a 2 up save?
I think aggressors are fine because they're like just an offensive piece. Like their defensive stats don't really matter that much.
Centurions have a 2 up save in their T7. You put 3 whole Centurions in a Storm Raven.
Assault Centurions seem okay. I guess they're like real slow. You can get 4 into a Land Raider Crusader, that's probably fine. Just like those units that are just everything's twin linked all the time is like seems really strong. Eradicators don't have a 2+ save though, chat.
Oh, the regular Dreadnought has a 2+ save. Wait, why does the Ironclad? Oh, the Ironclad did have a 2+ save. It just rolled bad, and you had AP3.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting hitting a Dreadnought that wasn't -1 damage. Because it was just like 2 or 3 conversions is basically lethal. Instead of like having to take 5 hits to kill it.
Adaptive Dreadnoughts probably get better if you're not trying to transport them, because then you don't have to worry about the fact that they can't be transported.
Yeah, I don't even think you like transport them at all. You just put them in your deployment zone and like deploy them out in line of sight of your opponent. Because like, what are they gonna do? Kill them? Yeah, get out of here.
I still think the Plasma Cannon is better than the Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon.
Maybe. Mortal wounds though, your opponent can't save them.
Yeah, but the macro plasma is AP4, and against the even against a 5 model unit, you're getting an average of what is that? 5.5 shots for 3 damage each. Like,
I just want to do mortal wounds to my opponent. I'm trying to relive the glory days of being able to cast Smite.
I see.
And the Redemptor Dreadnought would let me relive those dreams, you know?
I think both the Ballistas and the Brutalis Dreadnought are pretty whatever, honestly.
I agree with that. Yeah, the Brutalis seems like kind of a nothing burger. What in the Tyranid Index does mortal wounds? Is it just like... Oh boy. The Toxicrin? The Hive Tyrant does it to itself, so that's great. Harpies bomb, and then Spore Mines do shitty Spore Mine things, but you probably not play them.
Yeah, why aren't you playing Spore Mines? Spore Mines OP.
Because your opponent like can score on them.
Oh, I guess that's true.
I think like they can also score is the implication, so that might be better than your opponent being able to score. Maybe it's fine.
Oh, you know what just occurred to me? You can put Devastators in a Rhino in a Pulsar as well, right?
Can you? Is Impulsor not Tacticus keyworded? Oh yeah. No, Tacticus or Barbos only. Correct. Also, not jump pack Tacticus or Phobos units. Oh, I guess that's for suppressors. Right, suppressors are Tacticus. They are not. Huh. Well, some future
They're
proofing
jump
there.
pack.
You might get some jump pack Vanguard veterans or something.
Yeah, there's implication.
Are Vanguard
that...
veterans are those Tacticus keyworded?
No, they just did their jump pack.
Lame. Weird. Broodlord Demon Stealers do seem good, but I have no idea how you make it to melee with that unit. Like no idea. There is no
you know what?
universe in that unit where that unit is able to make a charge. They're just dead on arrival. But I mean, if they get there, it seems like they do a billion damage, but also they're never gonna get there. Just raw dog a 9 like off a strategic reserve. Perfect. I love that game plan.
You know what I should have taken is 6.
Hope your opponent didn't bring infiltrators you can't shoot at.
3 units of 2 Fire Strike servo turrets with twin link blast talons.
Oh fuck yeah.
That's what I should have taken. That would have just killed your little Terran effects there. Hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, rerolling, or not wounding on 5s, rerolling, without the need for Oath of Moment.
Winning on 4s or 5s? Or are they strength 10?
They're strength 10.
Oh, lame. But then I save on 4s and ignore on 5s. What you can do about that?
Well, I've got
6 shots.
At that point, I've got 12 shots. I take 6 of them.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know if you need Fire Strike servo turrets if you just have a Tech Marine next to any vehicle. Why were people? I saw people like really excited about the Whirlwind when it dropped, when the index drops. I was like,
yeah, I don't
fine,
get
I
it.
guess they forced a battle shock check, but like whatever. We didn't even get a single battle shock check that game. I guess I should have rolled one on my Tyran effects, but we didn't get that far.
Oh, that's
it
true.
wasn't. You bracketed it in like one turn.
It also like.
Oh,
I
we
guess
should have
that's
rolled one
true.
on your Storm Raven, and then it would have been gone from OC0 to remain OC0.
That's true.
The Stalker, I think that we will soon come to learn that any weapon that has a printed AP value of 0 or 1 basically doesn't exist. So I don't think the Stalker is very good. Hi, Inky.
Yeah, I think you need your ranged weapons.
Hi.
I think AP 0 and 1 is okay on melee weapons.
Right.
I think it doesn't work on ranged weapons because it's too easy to get cover.
Right.
I think you need either AP 2 or AP 1 ignoring cover. Like you need one of those two things.
Yep. The cover roll, the cover roll is just so bad. Can we just can we just take a moment to reflect on how terrible it is? Oh my god.
Oh, the Vindicator. That's what I should have taken. I think
Yeah,
I think Sergeant Kronos can drive a Vindicator too, actually.
What you do actually, Agent X brought this up in the general yesterday. Vindicator, there it is that you just staple a land speeder to it, because the land speeder gives it ignore cover and +1 to hit, so it just hits on 2s and is like basically AP4.
Yeah, but Sergeant Kronos is probably cheaper than a land speeder.
Yeah, but the land speeder also can work for 3 Vindicators.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, Vindicators actually do seem unironically great. Yeah, 2+ armor save, T11. Fuck. All right, just take those. They can smoke screen.
And it can shoot. And it can shoot his
blast weapon.
It shoots its demolisher cannon.
Even when you charge it.
Range. Yeah.
Boom. Just shoots it at its
And
own.
it doesn't suffer. It doesn't suffer the penalty for hit rolls.
Oh my
and
god.
Agent range.
In fact, it would get +1 if you had a land speeder behind it.
There you go. Yeah, I think Vindicator actually.
Vindicator is probably unironically like really, really, really dumb. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's smoke keyword too. I wish I had smoke keyword in Tyranids. Oh my god.
Oh right, it's -1 to hit and cover. Yeah.
Yeah. Stealth and cover. So you just plant it on the middle objective. You like deploy it on the line and then just advance into the middle objective, and then you just put it there, and you're like, it's a 1+ save, -1 to be hit, -1 AP, right? So it's a 0+ save if you armor of contempt it.
How many points is the Vindicator right now? Probably like 100, 120. Yeah.
It's like 6 points. Yeah, well, I'd hope that they go.
So right now, a Vindicator costs the same points as a Moloch. Seems fair, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I agree with you. I bet Vindicators are amazing. I bet Land Raiders remain wildly overcosted for their output.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just,
the thing is, Land Raiders are also a transport, and
Yeah.
like, it's always hard to get like full value out of both halves of the Land Raider.
especially because they started making Primaris vehicles that are hyper focused on one role. They're always going to be more efficient than the like Land Raider that's trying to be the wild jack of all trades.
Oh, so the Land Raider doesn't have a restriction on what it can take. Huh.
Yeah,
But that doesn't really.
takes whatever.
The thing with the Impulsor is because the Impulsor is interesting because it's open, or it's whatever, firing deck. But I guess because it's firing deck, they were careful as to what you could put inside it.
Do you think the Gladius task force was designed specifically to synergize with Gladius tanks?
Which one is the Gladius tank?
Or they are gladiators, I guess. They're a little bit different.
There probably is a Gladius tank in the Imperium, isn't there?
I'm sure, yeah. There's like some the forgotten Imperial armor entry for a Gladius.
What's the other character I was considering? Or what are the characters that can go in Terminators that are weird?
Lysander.
Yeah, Lysander gives -1 to be wounded if the strength is greater than or equal to their toughness.
Yeah, he's like new transhuman.
It probably makes a unit of Terminators borderline unkillable. You can't attach an Apothecary, sadly. Because only in... But you can also attach an Ancient. Yeah, the only thing you can attach in addition to Lysander would be an Ancient. So you can +1 to hit below starting strength, +1 to wound below half, and +1 to their OC. That's pretty good. So you take like 10 Terminators, an Ancient, and Lysander, and a giant brick. And then as soon as they lose one, they're just +1 to hit permanently.
So an Ancient can attach to a Terminator squad in addition to a Lieutenant. Are there any Lieutenants that can attach to Terminator squads?
In Dark Angels there are.
Are there? You
Yep.
can take Terminator Lieutenants?
It's called a Strike Master. No one ever took them. They came out in 9th edition.
I thought that was like
I took them once in a while. No, there's a Dark Angel Terminator Lieutenant. It's called a Strike Master. It has a model and everything.
I remember when it came out, I was kind of excited because it looked like it was a cool name, and I was like, that sounds fun. And then it just didn't do anything, and I was like, just kidding. It's lame.
I mean, it's just a lieutenant.
Yeah. You compare that to the Talon Master, which has like 700 special abilities.
That's the other reason. That's the other reason no one takes them. It's because it's like I could take this, or I could take even more Talon Masters.
It's a cool Talon Master.
Hopefully, Talon Masters. I don't know.
Did they disappear? Are they gone? Because you can't.
No.
It doesn't have a model anymore, right?
No, yeah, it does.
If you go to gamesworkshop.com, it just goes to this weird Leviathan purchase page.
Oh, that's because they don't want anything weird happening to their website.
You just can't go to gw.com today? Okay. Oh my god, it's playing sounds. Alright. What is this? Like fucking MySpace? A GeoCities website? Talon Master is
Wait, is today? Oh wait, today is the pre-order day.
Yeah.
I completely forgot.
Um,
Did they sell out?
I have no idea. But Battleground Saga says they have like a ton of extra copies in there, like allotted selection. So if you want one, you can order one through there.
All right. Well, there you
I
go.
talked to them on Thursday. I was like, "How many Leviathans do you have?" And they're like, "Tons." I was like, "Okay, cool."
All right, well, fair enough then. I was having all these things like, oh, should I get one? Should I not get one? And then I was like, oh yeah, that's today.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. I guess they didn't sell out. Buy it now. Oh, no longer available online. So
Wrecked.
it did sell out.
I guess
But
I should double check because I'm supposed to split one with someone, and I should double check if they're still doing it. All right. Well, I think I might wrap up because I'm hungry and I want to go eat some food.
Okay.
But thanks for
thanks for the
playing.
game.
It's good to know that you can never kill monsters in vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
And that only take infantry that can't be targeted by ranged attacks.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
I think the only thing you take gargoyles for is to like deep strike, do something, and then immediately die.
I know. I was so excited because they're like OC2 and they're like stupid fast. They can go potentially, if you get real lucky, they can move 24 inches without charging. Actually, you don't even have to get that lucky. They just like basically move 18 and then you get advance. And I was like, this is sick. Look at how fast they go. And then they all died immediately. And I was like, well, all right. Cool.
All right.
Love it. Yep. Thanks, Valdor.
All right. Bye.
All right, everybody. That was my first game of 10th edition. Woo! How exciting. I don't know. I guess it was like an interesting thought experiment, but I think that we do have to wait for points. I had a Trigon in this list because I just used the 9th edition points for a lot of it that I did not use, and it didn't really feel like it was necessary. So there's probably like, you probably drop at least 10%. And also, like, I don't know, some of these units just don't feel very useful. Kind of unnecessarily like useless. The Rupture Cannon Tyrannifex is like a big fucking gun, but he also doesn't do anything. Like shooting people feels like kind of a detriment in this edition. I don't know. It's a weird selection. Yeah, Friday is what we're looking at. So we have to wait a week. But I don't know. It's gonna be an annoying week of saying, oh, wait for points, hashtag wait for points. Exorcist, D-Cannons, Farseers, and Gillimans. Just take Gilliman, man. He's invincible to D-Cannons. Can't even shoot him. All right, let's raid. Let's raid someone. Who are we raiding?